Okay, Jonah, are we getting ready? I'll listen for the intro.
Brought to you by your local Primar store. Now let's go out to the stadium with the voice of the Polar Bears, Jeff Carpenter.
Two different formulas add up to the same result. That's the math problem for tonight. Bridgeport's secret is a lot of running with a few passes sprinkled in to create an undefeated season. Fairmont Senior opens the cabinet just a little bit wider with an equal number of passes and running plays to also equal an undefeated season. What happens when these two strategies collide? Well, that's what we'll find out tonight. It's the biggest game of the season for both teams. Number 1, Fairmont Senior, and number 3, Bridgeport, meet at historic East-West Stadium in Fairmont. Polar Bear coach Nick Bardick is coming up next on 93.1 WFGM.
Coming soon, the future of air travel right here at the North Central West Virginia Airport. Step inside our state-of-the-art terminal where modern design meets unparalleled convenience. Experience seamless check-ins, intuitive digital displays, and all the amenities you need for a comfortable journey. Discover innovative design at every turn at the new North Central West Virginia Airport, coming in 2025.
Fairmont State University is a great place. A cozy campus surrounded by nature and outdoor adventure. An authentic school filled with friendly people who are down to earth. People who roll up their sleeves, help each other out, get stuff done, and have fun doing it. That's what makes Fairmont State such a great place. It's a great place to make friends for life and a great place to soar. Learn more at fairmontstate.edu.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck. Catch a good deal on our wide selection of GMC Canyons. And don't miss out on these game-changing offers on our GMC Acadias. From game day to every day, we have a vehicle that fits your needs. So score big at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
It's the game of the year, and it's tonight at East-West Stadium in Fairmont. Polar Bears meeting the Bridgeport Indians, and joining me is head coach Nick Bardick. This has been the game that everyone was kind of thinking about on the schedule, but because it wasn't until the last game of the regular season, you didn't really talk about it. But it is here now, and it is quite a matchup.
Yes, it's a great matchup, and it takes a long time to get to this point. Having the open date the week before, our guys are more than ready to play tonight.
This Bridgeport team has had a season very much like the Polar Bears. They really haven't been tested. They've scored a lot of points, and they haven't given up a lot of points. When you look at them, where do you see their strengths?
I do across the board, and as you talked about, comparisons kind of to our team. We feel like, those guys, they don't have, say, a weak spot. They have a solid roster all the way through. They run a disciplined system, and Tyler has implemented a new offense in a place that had run the same offense for decades and has done that with success. That shows you that's a difficult thing to do, and just kind of shows you that not only have good players but also a good system, and they're coached well.
You mentioned the single wing, which is the offense they use, which was certainly a novelty when he first started with it. But now you've played against his single wing, although he has tweaked it as the years have gone by. Does it make it a little bit easier for your team to get ready for this type of an offense when they've seen it before?
It does help. I feel like we've seen it the most of anyone, and in terms of prep and how we break down reads, I feel like we are as prepared as you can possibly be, and more prepared than most. And ultimately, what it comes down to is that the man-to-man matchup of being willing to be physical every play for the entire night. And so they've had 2 weeks to prepare just like we have. So I'm sure there'll be some wrinkles mixed in, but ultimately it comes down to being disciplined and reading your keys and being physical at the point of attack.
One of the wrinkles that they've added is a little bit of a passing game this season.
Well, I'm sure they'll see what they think. Just like anybody game planning, and you see what the defense gives you type of scenario. They try to set you up more in terms of their left, right, middle, and tackle and off tackle, different versions of trap. That's more their game, and setting you up into play action, with the pass, which is common with what they've done in the past. However, they have more guys in terms of true like wide receiver body type athletes, tight ends, and guys that can run, jump, and make plays. And on top of it, they have a quarterback that can get the ball out there. So they have personnel where they can threaten in the passing game now. So I'm sure they'll do that, and that's what we have to stay alert there. But ultimately, their number one objective is to run the ball.
One of the things about the single wing that is most obvious is when they snap it, you don't really know who's going to get it. It's not your typical quarterback in a shotgun. But the other thing is this unbalanced line. And
that's part of what the scheme is in the single wing, is they're trying to get you to overcompensate for that extra tackle, and it's unbalanced overload. And so that unbalanced look, you have to bump your fronts to match that extra tackle. And so that's all part of the cat and mouse game of it. That's what they're reading to see how you adjust to it. So we have to do things. We're going to have to create some movement to try to slow them down in their reads and their blocking reads and their scheme. Ultimately, they're trying. Somebody's going to block back on you, or you're going to get double teamed. That there's a consistency within their rules, and for us, we have to try to disrupt that.
The Polar Bear passing game has had success against Bridgeport. One of the problems that has been a problem at times in the past is time to throw. How good will Bridgeport be with their pass rush, and how much does that concern you?
Yeah, they have a great pass rush. They have solid guys up front. And that's going to be the game. We have to be able to establish a run. So if we can run the ball, same as what they're going to try to do, and you run the ball, that helps in terms of controlling a pass rush. And so getting the ball off, hopefully, we're able to give time, and then we let our skill guys go do their thing. But up front, so we have to be able to run the ball too, and the run to pass game has to be able to complement itself. And so you get into that numbers game of who are they going to bring in the box, who are they going to drop out of the box, when are they going to bring a linebacker for extra pressure, those kind of things. That all has a more straightforward approach whenever you are able to control the line of scrimmage.
You had a few games a few years ago where you won consecutive games against Bridgeport. They've been a little bit of a streak now, but it seems as you look at this game, it's very even.
No, I think the stretch that right there at the end there, they had that like 10-year run with us when we resumed this after we didn't really play through the whole 90s and early 2000s there for a while, and then they went on. We were 1-12 or whatever that streak was right there. And towards the end of that one, we had really close games with them. That's when I feel like the rivalry itself really started to pick up, and we had really intense games. every year, and we finally got over the hump, beat them, then we went on our own little streak against them. Currently, we haven't beat these guys in 4 years, and that's something our seniors, especially, they're aware of that, and they want to win this game before they, finish their time here. And so our guys are aware of that. Yeah, in terms of intimidation, there's not intimidation, but it is a focus on this is a big-time game with a big-time opponent, and it's a classic high school rivalry. It has all the elements you want. It's a close proximity and geography. You have different kind of cultures blending in, and it's mostly based on success, though. You have two successful programs going at it, and our kids these days, everybody knows everyone. Those guys are all aware of each other, so it just ultimately sets up for a really intense atmosphere, and the crowd's going to be great. It's going to be the big game atmosphere, and our guys, we're going to enjoy it, and use that to settle into the game, and all that's left to do now is go play and see what happens.
So the Bridgeport game is finally here. It's the Polar Bears and the Indians. We'll check the starting lineups and more when the pregame show continues on 93.1 WFGN.
Welcome to your home among the hills. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, you'll unearth new passions, be exposed to fresh perspectives, and find what drives you. This place of discovery is where you can become a scientist, a leader, an athlete, a performer, a friend. Opportunities include research, internships, and study abroad. Plus, our vibrant community makes for experiences you'll never forget. Discover yourself at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
West Virginia's largest restoration company is now in the heart of the Mountain State. With a location in Charleston, joining our branches in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, we'll be there to help when you need it most. Our expert team and state-of-the-art equipment is ready to serve the Kanawha Valley 24 hours a day. From water damage to fire restoration, when disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
The game for 10 to 15 minutes while they shoot a dance sequence at midfield. Thank you in advance for participating and being a movie star.
A Big Ten title is on the line tonight as the top two teams in Class AAA match unbeaten records. From East West Stadium, it's 8-0 Bridgeport taking on 8-0 Fairmont Senior. I'm Jeff Carpenter, along with Ray Frazier, and we're ready for an exciting night in front of one of the biggest crowds ever at East West Stadium. Ray, you played in, coached in, and watched a lot of big games. What's the emotion like down on the field with these players right now?
Yeah, Jeff, you can really feel it. I mean, you can tell they're ready to go. Stopped by practice yesterday. You can just tell there's a calmness, but there's an excitement. And walking down the field, you can tell these kids are ready, both sides. This is an electric atmosphere. Can't wait to get this thing started.
The Bridgeport Indians and the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears are both blessed with outstanding coaches. Nick Barding of the Polar Bears, 84-15 overall. And Bridgeport has Tyler Ferris, 38-6 overall. I had a chance to check in with Tyler before the game to get a scouting report on his team.
It's probably a faster, more skilled team than we've had in the past when it comes to skill in the backfield. Pretty typical line for us up front. physical kids, down block. Defensively, same thing, kind of translates on the other side. We got a little bit more skill on the back end than we've had, and probably a little bit faster up front. So leads to some decent pass rushing from time to time. But we're excited to go out and get tested by a really good team here and see where we can improve.
Tell me about your passing game, because that's something that we haven't seen much of. But this season, you seem to be bringing in more of the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, year by year, you try to see what you're good at or what you're capable of. And this is a team that, because we have more skill and more speed, we're a little bit better at throwing the football than we have been in the past. So, we got 2 tight ends that can really go get it. We have a wing back that can also receive the ball, actually multiple wings, and then Jack Spatafor is there to trigger the ball to him. So he makes good decisions, and it's led to some success for us.
And your impressions of this Fairmont team?
Oh, they're solid. I mean, they're tough everywhere. Kind of like Coach Bardick was saying about us. There's not a lot of weaknesses. They can run the football. They can throw the ball horizontally and vertically. On defense, they're very aggressive. They rally to the football, and they play good pass defense. Special teams wise, they're solid in all aspects. Neither team's really has a lot of punts on the season or kick returns, but from what we've seen, very, very solid, good kicking game as well. So we know we got our work cut out for us tonight, and should be a really good high school football game.
That's Tyler Ferris, the Bridgeport Indians head coach in his 3rd season, played his high school football at Elkins, and also was the offensive coordinator for the Tigers for a while, and that's where he started the single wing offense with the Elkins Tigers. And then when he became head coach at Bridgeport, he brought the single wing there. Ray, give me an idea about this single wing, and what are the secrets when you go up against it?
Well, I think the biggest thing with the single wing is that there's a lot of deception that you see with the way they handle the ball. The thing that you're going to see is a lot of very similar staples to the Bridgeport offense that you've always seen as far as their blocking schemes. But one of the hardest things, I coached with Billy Haddix, who ran a version of the single wing, and I know one of the things when we would play people that a lot of coaches would always say they had a hard time finding the football. And I think that's the thing that we can't do tonight. We can't get lost on our keys. We have to read our keys and not get lost in all the window dressing that's happening on in the backfield. We have to read our keys. If we need to read a guard, we need to read a guard. If we need to, those are the things that we have to do, read our keys and be fundamentally sound.
One of the keys to this game for the Polar Bears will be quarterback Brody Whitehair. Brody has played against Bridgeport for 4 years now. This will be his 4th season against the Indians, and I had a chance to check in with him. He says he just loves the big game atmosphere so far.
I'm excited. Love playing the big games, so just looking forward to the atmosphere and just having a good time with my guys.
And I know you remember the first time you played these guys. Tell me about those memories.
It's something to look back on, but, just take what you can from that game and apply it to this game now. Just taking matchups and looking at that, and I feel confident that's what we got this game. So,
when you look at this Bridgeport team defensively, as you will do, what are you looking for when you come to the line of scrimmage?
Just quick adjustments I can make just based off their alignment, pre-snap, seeing where the linebackers are lined up, just seeing what techniques their defensive front's in. I look for their matchups on the outside, just seeing what their safeties are doing. It's pretty much a bit of everything, I guess.
You take a look at the team's success so far this season. What are your thoughts on where this team is now as it approaches its biggest game of the year?
Well, I think we've matured. We've seen that we can face adversity in our bigger matchup we had against Wheeling Park. There were some turnovers, but we were able to overcome that and just still battle back and show that we were able to fight through that. So I think just building off momentum that we've had throughout the season, just keep developing each week and just taking that to this game and then moving on to the next week after.
That's Brody Whitehair, the Polar Bears' outstanding quarterback, and he has rewritten the Polar Bear record book. He now holds the school career record for completed passes, passing yards, and touchdown passes. And between now and the end of his career, he needs 115 pass attempts to become the all-time leader in that category as well. So for Brody Whitehair, if you think back to when he was a freshman and his very first touchdown pass was a 90-yarder against Bridgeport.
Yeah, and I was at that game, Jeff. I remember him stepping in. Wasn't broadcasting it with you, but I do remember that game. And you know, I remember the calmness about him. You know, the moment wasn't too big, you know, on the road at Bridgeport. And so he's used to this type of environment, and I think that's going to suit him very well. Having a veteran presence, a quarterback in this type of setting, this type of environment will be very, very important for this Polar Bear football team tonight.
And numbers also on the Bridgeport side. Their running back Josh Love needs just 164 rushing yards to reach 1,000 for the season. And after tonight, the Indians will finish the regular season against Lincoln in Bridgeport. And Love most likely will get that. If he doesn't get it tonight, he will certainly have that 1,000-yard rushing mark in the regular season next week. Another guy for the Indians who's also been an outstanding player is their receiver, tight end, Donovan Williams. He's already become like the top career receiver for Bridgeport. These are stats that go back to the late 90s. And, you know, to be a leading receiver for Bridgeport, they don't throw a lot, but this season, Williams has been on the receiving end of a number of passes, and he has caught 22 in his career. And his yardage, 723, and that's the record for a Bridgeport pass receiver. And Donovan Williams is right there. So he'll be a key. Their other tight end is Carter Zuliani. And you just take a look at his size, and that worries you. He's 6'6", and 230 pounds.
Yeah, Jeff, I walked on the field and during pregame and saw him. He walked right by me, and I was pretty impressed. I mean, he made me look small. And so I tell you that is going to be a real formidable duo for us tonight to contend with. But we have to get hands on them. We have to disrupt them when they do try to run the routes. We can't just let them run free. We have to make sure that we're physical and we play that way. And we got to match their physicality. All four quarters have to do it.
Certainly, we've talked about the single wing and what it means. And when you look at Bridgeport, when they throw out of the single wing, they most likely will have Jack Spatafor in as one of the running backs. Spatafor is a senior, and he has completed almost every pass they've thrown this season. He's 18 for 25, and he's had one interception. He's thrown for 521 yards. That is really good for a Bridgeport team, and he's thrown 5 touchdown passes. So that's a stat to keep in mind. When Spatafor is in the game, there is also the concern that he could throw the ball. Spatafor is a good athlete, too. Good size. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. And on the Fairmont side, as far as numbers go, we talked about some Bridgeport records. Polar Bear receiver, Cannon Dinger. He needs 3 receptions to move ahead of John Kettering into 3rd place all-time in Polar Bear history. And then Dinger needs 1 TD pass to move ahead of Camden Longwell. 4 TD catches to pass Marcus Jaquez. If he gets that, it would put him into 2nd place all-time in TD catches.
Yeah, and those are pretty big names that have come through the doors here at Fairmont Senior. And, you know, so for him to be in that company with those players, that's pretty impressive.
Well, we certainly have a big crowd here for this game tonight, and the weather conditions have cooperated. Outstanding night to watch a game, and the place was filling up about 6 o'clock this evening, Ray, and this is what we were hoping for, a good night, a big crowd, and hopefully a good game to follow.
Yeah, Joe, I was walking in here pretty early myself. I came in about 4:30, and there were a lot of tailgaters out there, so you can just tell it's just going to be a special night, really special night.
The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Dan Harbaugh, umpire is Thomas Dodd, line judge Al Eastlick, head linesman Sidney Chet, Tyler Hall, the field judge, side judge Garrett Conaway, and the back judge is Gary Bjorndal. Polar Bears are in the royal blue uniforms tonight, pants, jerseys, white helmets, white numbers, and Bridgeport in the red. Red pants, white jerseys, red helmets. It's red versus blue tonight. Almost sounds like election day.
Yeah, it's it's a contrast of styles, and we've said it, but it's something's got to give, and we're about to find out here in a few minutes.
Bridgeport is going to kick off to start this game, so the Polar Bears will get the football first. Polar Bear fans are below us. Bridgeport fans are to the left of our broadcast spot. And there are an equal number of fans from both schools here tonight. Damani Johnson goes back deep for the Polar Bears. And next to him is Navon Jones. Now this Gavin Williams, the kicker for Bridgeport, he likes to put the ball in the end zone. And I'm sure that's what the Indians would like to see him do to start this game. He tees the ball up a little closer to the near hash marks, and his kick will go from right to left.
Yeah, this kicking game is going to be critical tonight. It's actually one of the keys that I think are going to be very important to this game tonight. The field position battle will be very important.
Williams is set to approach the ball, and this game is underway. Driving end-over-end kick, and it sails back into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Polar Bears get the football for their first possession. First down and 10. Brody Whitehair leads his team out. We mentioned earlier that Whitehair has set all kinds of Polar Bear records. He holds the record for completed passes, TD passes, passing yards. He also can run, though, and you have to be aware of that because Whitehair has used his legs successfully during his career. He has over 1,100 career rushing yards. First play of the game, and the Indians appear to have jumped off sides.
Yeah, very, very good move by Brody on this first play to do that. Everybody's a little antsy, and I think that's a good move. We got him in the neutral zone. Everybody's trying to make a play early on, so great job by Brody.
So that makes it first down and 5. It brings the ball up to the 25-yard line. Tristan Ramsey is the Polar Bear setter. He's over the ball. Whitehair is in the pistol formation, and Johnson behind him, and Damani Johnson gets the handoff, and Johnson is stopped at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this is one of the things. They're going to play a pretty light box. You see that. They're going to have about 5 in the box, so we have to have our 5 be able to beat their 5, and that's going to be critical in the run game.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Jones a wide out to the near side. 3 receivers left, and Whitehair now looks to the sidelines. He's in the pistol formation, and again, it's Johnson behind him. From the 26, Whitehair to pass to the far side. The pass is caught. Martin has it. He gets up to the 39-yard line, and it'll be a Polar Bear first down.
Yeah, great protection for Brody, and run a little quick slant and just finds the window and throws just a dart right in between the linebacker and the corner. Nice job.
Brock Martin had an ankle problem in the last game. Some were worried whether he'd be ready tonight, but in a game like this, he's ready. And it's first down and 10 for the Polar Bears. Football set down at the 39, and there's a dead ball foul on the play. Personal foul called against Bridgeport. So the pass play goes, then after the play, dead ball foul against the Mohegans or against the Indians. And the Polar Bears have the ball now at the Bridgeport 46. First down and 10 from there. Whitehair looks to the sidelines now. Again, it's Damani Johnson behind him. 3 receivers to the right side. Brock Martin, the lone receiver, to the left. On a first down play, Whitehair back to throw. Looking down the sidelines for Martin, and Martin comes back and can't catch the ball, but there's a flag thrown on the play along the far sidelines.
I'll tell you, Jeff, really a lot of savviness by Martin on that play. It was a little underthrown, but he made the defender come through him and when he was coming back through the ball, and that's how he drew the penalty. Very nice move by Martin to draw that penalty.
So the official call is pass interference against Bridgeport. That is Bridgeport's second major penalty and third penalty of the night. And the Polar Bears are in business. Waiting for the placement of the football. 15-yard penalty from the 46. Takes it down to the 31-yard line now. And it'll be first and 10 from there. First possession of the game. The Polar Bears started at their own 20-yard line. No score. This game just underway. Whitehair again is back to pass. Again, he's going downfield long for Martin, and the pass is caught! It's a Polar Bear touchdown. Brock Martin catches a 31-yard TD pass, and the Polar Bears strike first and lead it 6-0.
I tell you, Jeff, that Polar Bear offensive line is protecting very well so far, giving Brody all the time he wants to throw the football. Cannot do that for Brody. You can't give him that kind of time. Great job by that Polar Bear offensive line.
Cam Peschel on to attempt the extra point for the Polar Bears. He is 51 of 52 this season. Both of these kickers for both teams, excellent extra point kickers. Peschel's kick will go from left to right. It's Logan Canfield doing the holding. Now we're ready to go, and Peschel ready to attempt the kick from left to right. Snap good, ball down, kick up, kick is good. And there's timeout on the field. 10:44 to go from Fairmont. It's the Fairmont Polar Bears 7, Bridgeport nothing on 93.1 WFGM.
Big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
A quick start for Fairmont Senior. Bridgeport not used to giving up points. You take a look at their record this season, and they've had a whole bunch of shutouts, but not tonight. Polar Bears open up the game with the first touchdown, and it's 7-0, and we still have 10:44 to go here in the first quarter. Polar Bears are going to kick off now from left to right.
Number 14, Josh Love. Number 12, Alex Moses. And number 23, Tim Jeffers. Back to seat for Bridgeport.
It's Jeffers, Love, and Moses back to return for Bridgeport.
Set to kick off for the Polar Bears.
Cannon Dinger is going to kick off for Fairmont Senior. Dinger tees the ball up on the near hash. Gets the signal from the officials, and the kick is downfield. Wow, he put a foot into that one, and he sends it into the end zone. Dinger just does that. I mean, it's one of the first times he's kicked 20. Bridgeport, Ray, they've got that single wing. Tell me about it.
Yeah, used a lot of deception. You're going to see a lot of the powers, the traps, the toss sweeps, and then counters off of that. But when you fall asleep, you can't do that because the tight end will hit you going down the seam. So you have to make sure you're ready, for that as well. So very, very, very important that we get eyes on the tight end.
And the game starts with a wingback counter, and the Polar Bears are right there. It came to Jeffers, and he ran into Hunter Bigelow.
Yeah, just great job by Bigelow. One of the biggest things is you cannot go flying up the field, and on that first play, he did an excellent job of playing his responsibilities, playing the outside shade with outside leverage, played it very well.
Hunter Bigelow moved in from Maryland this season to play football with his cousin, Trevor Bigelow. And it's second down and 10 yards to go. The ball at the 20-yard line. The Indians trailing the Polar Bears 7-0. And the snap comes to Josh Love, running wide to the near side. Love gets out over the 20, up to about the 22-yard line. Wrapped up and brought down there.
I tell you, that's been two really good plays so far for this Polar Bear defense. You watch Calgar on this play and watch how he leverages the ball. He keeps his outside arm free, plays it like you're supposed to, flattens out. Just excellent job, excellent.
One of the things about Jeff Calgar, you hear him a little more when the team has the ball and he's on offense and he can catch passes, but what he does defensively for Fairmont has just been really, really essential. Third down long for Bridgeport now. 3rd down and 7, and the quarterback back to pass. Spatafor looking down over the middle, and the pass is caught. Inside the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and that is Tim Jeffers, and a big Bridgeport touchdown, a 77-yard TD pass.
Yeah, as we said, they were very capable in the passing game. We cannot fall asleep. Obviously situational, we were looking for it, but credit the Indians on that play. They just hit a very nice play down the seam.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, that was a perfectly thrown pass by Spatafor. He had an open receiver, and he didn't make him slow down to catch that ball. So just like that, Bridgeport is a point away from tying this game, and Gavin Williams will attempt the extra point from right to left, and we have an official's time at the line of scrimmage. Dead ball called against the Polar Bears for illegal substitution. The Bridgeport coaching staff getting confirmation of the call. They're still going to kick it, apparently, as Gavin Williams gets set to attempt the extra point. Polar Bears lead 7-6. Snap is good. The ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:11 to go. First quarter from Fairmont. It's the Polar Bears 7, Bridgeport 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Two teams who've scored lots of points this season and haven't given up many are back into the point scoring routine now, as both teams have scored touchdowns, and we've only played about 3 minutes of this game. Williams is going to kick off, waiting for the ball to be taken to the 40-yard line and given to the kicker. Jones and Johnson back deep for Fairmont Senior. First kick by Williams went into the end zone. That was matched by the Polar Bear kicker, Cannon Dinger. So we're ready to go now, and Gavin Williams will approach the ball, and he'll kick it off from right to left. There's a driving kick, and it goes into the end zone as well. So we've had 3 kickoffs tonight and 3 touchbacks. So the Polar Bears will come right back onto the field now. A successful first drive, but it was aided by Bridgeport penalties.
Yeah, and that's going to be critical in this game. Early on, there's going to be some emotion that you have to stay in control of, so we have to manage that as we go.
First down and 10, Fairmont from its own 20-yard line. Whitehair now has running back Chris Wilson in the game. Wilson is the Polar Bears' leading rusher this season, just a little bit ahead of Damani Johnson in yardage. And Wilson gets the handoff, looks for a hole, little one, but it's quickly closed down as he takes it up to about the 23-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 3 yards on the play for Wilson.
Yeah, I'd like to see 4 better, but 3 yards is a positive gain. You want to just stay out of those 3rd and longs.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Polar Bears now. Ball pretty much in the center of the field. Have a second back in the backfield now. That's Fantasia. Wilson running wide to the left side. Wilson is hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going down. Maybe a yard, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, a lot of team speed on this defense, and really nice job of them coming up on the perimeter and filling and making a play, from the back end. They did a nice job.
Third down 6. The ball marked just shy of the 25-yard line, and Fairmont needs 6 to get a first down and keep the drive going. Whitehair back to pass. Now chased out of the pocket. He's running to the near side. Flags are down. He takes it out over the 25, the 30, the 35, and then dragged down over the 35-yard line. But a flag was thrown back at the 20, and it'll be a penalty pending against Fairmont Senior.
Yeah, anytime, it takes a little time and the quarterback scrambles a little bit like Brady did on that play, sometimes that's when you see the laundry come out, and it looks like that's what happened.
Holding against Fairmont Senior. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. And it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Polar Bears, needing to get to the 30. And the football marked down inside their 15-yard line. A little screen pass, and it's covered up. Pass for Damani Johnson. That's one he wouldn't want to catch anyway because he was well defended. And the Polar Bears are in the unusual situation of punting here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, is not getting into those 3rd and longs. At 3rd and 16, they can pin their ears back and come with a little bit of pressure, and that's what happened, on 3rd down.
Cannon Dinger hasn't punted since the first game of the season, the first punt of the season, and it was a 1-yard punt. Fairmont as a team has only punted 6 times. Dinger gets this one away, gets nice height to it, and a fair catch is called at the 48-yard line. And that's where Bridgeport will go 1st down and 10 as Donovan Williams calls for the fair catch. And the Indians get the ball with 7:35 here on the first quarter clock. When you see Bridgeport come to the line of scrimmage and you look to the center for the center, he's not there. They've got this unbalanced line. And the football has more players to the right of it than it has to the left. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Indians now from the Fairmont 47. And there is Love right up the middle with big hole inside the 40, the 35, and down to about the 34-yard line. Josh Love on a nice carry. Get about 14 yards. Now they'll mark it at the 34, so call it a 13-yard gain for Josh Love. Fairmont did a good job stopping the running game on 2 plays in the first drive that the Indians had. Not so good on that one.
Yeah, caught us on a quick trap. A lot of times they're looking for us coming too far up the field, and they caught us on that play.
From the 34 in Fairmont territory. Game tied 7-7. Bridgeport with the ball. Moses, one of the backs now, alongside Love. And Moses gets the snap off the right side, ducks his head, takes it down to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, well played by that Polar Bear defensive line. Anytime that you get a frontside kick out like that, Bigelow does a nice job of taking that on and squeezing it the way you're supposed to squeeze it. He did a really good job of collapsing that.
2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Fairmont 32. Spatafor brings the play in from the sidelines, and that brings Moses out. Spatafor, now one of the backs, alongside Josh Love. Wingback Jeffers comes in motion. Handoff goes to Love up the middle, and he is hit, breaks a tackle from Bigelow, Hunter Bigelow that is, and takes it down to about the 26-yard line. Flag on the play. Waiting for the call from the referee. Personal foul, face mask called against Fairmont. So that will be a penalty that takes the ball down to the 13-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Indians from there. So it was a 6-yard gain for Love, and then the penalty after that. First down 10 for the Indians. Football mark at about the 13. And there's the counter play coming to Jeffers. Jeffers takes it inside the 10, down to the 5, grabbed and brought down there, but he's got a nice gain on first down for Bridgeport.
Yeah, it looks like they come with a little inside counter play and collapse everything down and pull Brown around, and so that was a pretty positive play for Bridgeport on that down.
Taryn Boda makes the play for the Polar Bears, but it's now at the 5-yard line. Second down and about 2 yards to go for the first down. Moses and Love are the backs. Snap comes to Love, right up the middle and right into the end zone for the Bridgeport touchdown. Josh Love on a 5-yard TD run, and the Indians take the lead, 13-7.
Yeah, they're just catching on a quick trap. They're getting us going upfield a little bit. We got to squeeze that a little more. When you have somebody release inside of you as a defensive lineman, you've got to get your hands on the squeeze, and we got to squeeze at the point of attack.
Extra point attempt will go from right to left now for Gavin Williams. Good snap, ball down, kick up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field at 5:15 to go, first quarter from Fairmont. It's Bridgeport 14, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFJM.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
363, 69, is Ford Super Duty, red. License plate 97006 for a gray/silver Toyota Tacoma. License plate 1WP191. Please make your way out to North.
The Bridgeport Indians now 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns in their 2 possessions. Polar Bears 1 for 2. And Fairmont will get the football back now as Bridgeport will kick off from right to left. So we've seen Bridgeport score on the ground, and we've seen them score through the air. The Polar Bear ground game hasn't shown much so far. Their passing game was their ticket to their first touchdown.
Yeah, we just got to get some balance, Jeff. We need to get something going on the ground this drive.
Williams ready to kick off again. Polar Bear returners are standing back at about the 1-yard line, side by side. Navon Jones and Damani Johnson, and there is the kick, and again, it's into the end zone. So, every kickoff has gone for a touchback in this game so far. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Polar Bears at their own 20-yard line. Last time the Polar Bears played in Elkins, the entire first half was played on the Elkins side of the 50. Not one time did you need to go into Fairmont territory. Much different situation here tonight. First down 10, Fairmont trailing Bridgeport 14-7. And the Polar Bears come to the line of scrimmage now with Whitehair in the pistol formation. And Damani Johnson, the running back, now shifts down beside him. Snap comes back to Whitehair, and he's looking to pass. He's looking down the sidelines for Martin again, and Martin tries to come up with a pass along the sidelines and couldn't do it. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Brody had him on a go route and little bit underthrown, so I think if he would have had that back, got it out there a little further, I think it might have been 6. But credit credit the defender for using the boundary as an extra defender.
Martin right along the sidelines, heading down. That's exactly how he caught his first 2 passes here tonight. 2nd down and 10 for Fairmont from its own 20. 5:07 to go in the opening quarter. And here is Whitehair on a design keep, taking the ball to the left side. He's up at the 25. He's at the 30. Runs out of bounds, out over the 35-yard line. It's a Polar Bear first down at about the 39. It's a 19-yard quarterback run.
Yeah, I tell you, that's the thing. When you run the quarterback, you get an extra number because you have somebody that they have to account for, and that's very critical. You get an extra number in the run game, and that helped us on that play.
So it's first down 10, Polar Bears at their own 39. 3 receivers bunched to the right side now, and Whitehair is back to pass. He's looking for one of them, and the pass is caught at about the 47-yard line in Indian territory by Cannon Dinger. And there's another flag on the play in the Fairmont backfield.
Yeah, it looks like it possibly might have been roughing the passer on Brody.
Pass goes to the 47. It was an 8-yard pass play. And it is going to be a penalty against the Indians.
I tell you, though, I continue to be impressed by Brody as far as how he stands in there and always waits the last second to get rid of the ball and under pressure, under duress, and he showed it on that play.
So it takes the ball to the 46-yard line in Bridgeport territory, where it's going to be first and 10 Polar Bears, trailing Bridgeport 14-7. And here's Whitehair again on a design keep, and he has a nice gain over the 45, down to the 40, and close to the 37-yard line.
Starting to see that Polar Bear offensive line assert their will a little bit on that play. They're coming off the ball, and I like the pad level. Really nice job of how we're getting some movement now.
So an 8-yard gain for Whitehair. He is Fairmont's leading rusher tonight on 2 carries. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Football at the 38 in Bridgeport territory. 3 receivers to the right side. Whitehair has Johnson behind him. Now the officials stop the clock. No flag, they just stopped the clock. Now they start it again. Play clock at 22 seconds. Whitehair checks the sidelines. Now ready to go on a 2nd and 2 from the Bridgeport 38. Whitehair back to pass. Looks down the far sidelines, and there's a mix-up, miscommunication, as it was intended for Navon Jones, but Jones had already stopped along the sidelines, and the pass was about 20 yards beyond him.
Yeah, I know we didn't complete that pass, but 2nd and 2, that leaves everything available in your playbook, and that gives you it gives you a chance to be very aggressive as a play caller.
So now it's 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Martin and Dinger are wideouts to the right side. They are Fairmont's 2 leading pass catchers. From the 38-yard line, Whitehair starts up the middle, then goes off to the right side, and he's not going to get anything. He's going to lose maybe a yard on the play, and it will bring up 4th down and 3. Bridgeport was ready for the quarterback run that time.
Yeah, they brought some extra defenders down into the box from the back end, with the situation being short yardage.
There's a flag on the play. Conversation with Tyler Ferris and a holding call coming up against the Polar Bears. So that will take the football back to the 47-yard line in Bridgeport territory, and it's 3rd down again. 3rd down and 11 after that 10-yard penalty against Fairmont. So 3rd down 11 at the Bridgeport 47. Whitehair back to pass, looking to the sidelines, and the pass is caught along the sidelines, very close to the 1st down marker by Cannon Dinger. Have to see where the ball is placed down. The stick's right behind the official as he's getting set to place the football down.
Yeah, just great awareness by Dinger. He had to come back to the football a little bit, but was still able to maintain as close to the first down marker as he could.
So it's going to be 4th down and short for Fairmont. The ball at the 36-yard line. And the Polar Bears obviously going for it in this situation. 4th down short. They'd love to get Bridgeport to jump off. They don't do it. Handoff goes to Johnson. He's got to Taryn Boda rather. He's got the first down as he takes the football down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, very good to see with that Polar Bear offensive line. Obviously it was a down that we were going to go for, but to see us get that short yardage first down, to see the Polar Bear offensive line get some movement, that was very encouraging.
And they like the way Boda carries the ball in tough yardage situations. That's why you saw him there. 1st and 10 for Fairmont now at the Bridgeport 33-yard line. Whitehair back to pass, looking Martin wide open, but the pass is underthrown, and Martin bats it away from the defender. Martin had broken free down the middle behind the defender, but the pass was underthrown, and Brody, he just didn't quite get it out there far enough.
Yeah, I think he just didn't get enough leverage on the throw. He was rolling to his right, but then he had to throw a little bit back to the middle, and he didn't quite get enough on it what he wanted to get on it. But if he could have let him out a little further, I think we would have had it.
So it's 2nd down and 10 for Fairmont Senior. Trailing Bridgeport 14-7, 3:05 to go here in the first quarter from East West Stadium. Empty backfield, so Whitehair is back to throw, looks to the short side of the field, and the pass is intercepted, and Bridgeport has the ball. Along the sidelines, that was Alex Moses, who came up with a pass interception, and Bridgeport gets the football.
Yeah, it gets good protection. Ball was a little bit on the right side of the receiver, but ball that looked like it should have been caught, and it got bounced off of us and into their hands.
So at the 23-yard line, Bridgeport goes 1st and 10 now, leading 14-7. The clock shows 2:58 at the change possession. We're in the first quarter. Indians come out with Love and Spatafor, and there is Love right up the middle with a nice gain out over the 25 up to the 30 and close to the 32-yard line.
One thing with this Bridgeport offense, if they find something that they want to go to, they're going to stay with it until you stop it, and that's something right now. They're trying to run the quick trap, and that's what they're running a lot to our defensive left.
And Josh Love, their leading ground gainer, 36 yards on 4 carries so far tonight. We're about 2:23 left here in the first quarter. Spatafor, Love, the backs in the single wing. This time it's Spatafor who gets the ball, but there are flags at the line of scrimmage. False start is the call against Bridgeport. And it will take the ball back to the 27. So that 2nd and 1 is now 2nd and 6 for Bridgeport, with the clock turning inside 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. First quarter, 14-7 Indians lead. From the 27-yard line, snap, counter to the wingback. Jeffers, he gets a hole and he has running room. Gets out over the 35, the 40, the 45, and almost took off again. Broke a couple of tackles along the way, and he gets a 21-yard gain and a Bridgeport first down.
Yeah, not complicated what you're going to see. I mean, a lot of point of attack, you're going to get a lot of double down and kick out, and that's what we're getting right now. We got to squeeze it and make sure that we condense those running lanes.
So the ball is at the 48 in Bridgeport territory. Clock down to 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Fairmont scored first, and Bridgeport has scored back-to-back touchdowns and has the ball now near midfield. Jeffers comes in motion, and the handoff goes to Love, and Love is hit at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for a couple of yards. Hunter Bigelow makes the stop for the Polar Bears. It'll be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. The ball in the center of the field, both sidelines and the length. Exactly the center. And it'll be 2nd down 8, and there's a fumble on a handoff to the blocking back, Martin, and Martin has to fall on the ball back at the 44, so he's going to lose about 5 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 14.
Yeah, and this is where we have to be cautious. You can't just take it for granted in a 3rd and 14 situation. They don't have the capability to throw the football. They do have the capability, so we have to be we have to be ready for this. They're very capable.
Found that out on their first possession. It was 3rd and 7, and then it was a 77-yard touchdown pass that tied the game. Game clock at 20. Snap. Goes to Moses. Moses up the middle, and he's breaking tackles, and he gets the 1st down and more to the sidelines at the 30. Brought down at the 25, and Bridgeport gets a big 1st down on a 3rd and long.
But on the other side of the coin, if they if they decide to run it, they have the capability to pick up a big gain on 3rd down. So, that's the thing that makes their offense kind of difficult now, because they are able to do both, still pretty well.
31-yard run for Moses, and the clock is turning, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. When we come back, it'll be Bridgeport football 1st and 10 at the Fairmont 24. After 1 quarter from Fairmont, the score, the Bridgeport Indians 14, the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit nationalguard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
The Bridgeport Indians with a 1-touchdown lead as we begin the second quarter, and Bridgeport is threatening to make it 2 as the Indians have the football in Polar Bear territory at the 24-yard line. The Indians now break out of the huddle. They've got the momentum. They've been running the ball effectively. They have Spatafor and Love in the backfield, and there's the handoff to Love, and Love sees an opening and takes it inside the 20-yard line down to about the 19. Going to get about 5 on the play.
Yeah, this is they utilize the wing back, and they're going to utilize anybody they can as a resource to run the football, and they've been very effective doing it.
Rudy Carrillo on the stop for the Polar Bears. Tristan Ramsey into the game along the front line for Fairmont. Little different front for the Polar Bears defensively against this single wing. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Indians from the Fairmont 19. Snap goes to Moses. Moses tries the middle, then bounces it to the outside, and he'll take it inside the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like I think he got across the line.
He definitely took it into the end zone. The only question was, what was the penalty for? And it appeared to be something after the touchdown. So Moses on a touchdown run for the Indians, and Bridgeport now leads it 20-7. And the inability to stop the running game is creating a big problem for Fairmont.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I just think right now they're finding a lot of success and those power schemes where they are trap schemes mostly, where they're trying to just kick somebody out and getting us going too far up the field. That's what they're taking advantage of right now.
Polar Bears called for a personal foul after the touchdown run. It'll be assessed on the kickoff, so not that Williams really needs that extra yardage, but they might try a squib kick and pin them even down closer than the 20-yard line. But it's the extra point attempt now for Gavin Williams, with Bridgeport on top 20-7. That was a 19-yard run by Alex Moses, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:10 to go, second quarter. Bridgeport 21, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFJM.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Bridgeport scores early in the second quarter, and the Indians now lead the Polar Bears 21-7. So Gavin Williams is going to tee the ball up at the Fairmont 45. He certainly would have no trouble putting this one in the end zone. But this is when you have to be a little careful, because he can squib one here, not necessarily onside. He could actually do that, and still, if the Polar Bears recovered, you're not losing much if you're Bridgeport.
Right. Yeah, this is kind of a situation we have to be on our toes, because, like you said, they can probably take a pretty good chance here and not be too risky.
Fairmont has hands guys up along the front line, knowing that that's exactly what Williams could do here. But he doesn't. He just kicks it into the end zone and maybe through the uprights. And it'll be Fairmont's ball, first down and 10 at the 20. Bridgeport is playing so well right now. It's like, let's not do anything that could change the momentum we've established. Let's kick it into the end zone, give them the ball at the 20, and see if we can continue to stop them.
Yeah, this is a very important drive, Jeff. I think right now we need to settle down and just get something going. A nice drive, and then we'll get right back in this.
Empty backfield now for the Polar Bears. Quarterback Brody White here. 2 receivers left and 3 receivers to the right. First down and 10 from the 20. White here looks short, now looks over the middle, and the pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Looked as if that pass was batted down by Bridgeport's Noah West.
Yeah, I had pretty good protection, but the thing you got to give West credit, he, if he's not, you don't get there as a defensive lineman, you're taught to get your hands up, and that's what he did. He got into the throwing lane.
Second and 10. Empty backfield again for Fairmont Senior. Ball at the Polar Bear 20. Play clock down to 5 as Whitehair goes back to throw. He's going downfield long. The pass for Dinger is just overthrown at about the 40-yard line. That was really close to being catchable, and for Dinger, normally if it's anywhere close, he does bring it in.
Yeah, they had him on a go route, and it looked like it was really close, just barely, it hit him in the hands, but it looked like we almost had that one. That would have been a big one.
So now I'll talk about big ones. Here we are, third down 10. Fairmont with the ball at its own 20-yard line, trailing by 2 touchdowns early in the second quarter, and now Bridgeport calls timeout at the line of scrimmage. Timeout, Indians, 10:58 to go, second quarter. It's Bridgeport 21, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Disasters happen. Pick the team that takes care of them all. Powered by offices in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration is ready to handle any size emergency at a moment's notice. We have the right people, knowledge, and equipment to respond 24 hours a day.
I'm Neil Brown. When disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Coming up at halftime of our game tonight, we are going to be joined by Pittsburgh Steeler center Zach Frazier, who has had enough of his dad's airtime and wants some of his own. So, Ray, you'll have to turn the microphone over to your son.
Yep, I'm getting kicked out, but that's okay.
So now for the Polar Bears, this is a big play. It's early in the second quarter. You're down 2 touchdowns. You've been stopped the last couple of times, and now it's 3rd and 10 deep in your own territory. Again, an empty backfield with 3 receivers to the left side, and Whitehair back to pass, and he is hit as he delivers the pass, and it's called incomplete. Bridgeport thought they might be able to pick up the loose ball, but Whitehair's pass called incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down punting situation for Fairmont.
Yeah, Jeff, it's just so hard when you get into a 3rd down situation, 3rd and long. It's really hard when a defense can really pin their ears back and come and really have no threat of the run when it's that long a distance. So really tough situation for Brody to be in that offensive line as well.
Cannon Dinger in to do the punting for Fairmont Senior. Second punt of the game. Fairmont had only punted 6 times all season. And this one short, low, takes a neutral roll, and then comes to a stop at about the 48-yard line in Fairmont territory. So about a 28-yard punt for Cannon Dinger. And Bridgeport will have the football in Polar Bear territory to start this drive with 10:43 on the stop clock. Next week, it's the East-West game for the Polar Bears here at East-West Stadium. It'll be number 104. It's the longest continuous rivalry in West Virginia. So 1st down and 10 coming up now for Bridgeport at the Fairmont 48. Single wing formation. Snap goes to Love right up the middle. He's hit by Canfield and then spins down to about the 44-yard line. He'll get 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're coming with the same thing, the trap, but still a 4-yard gain. It still gives them a 2nd and 6. It's a positive gain. We got to get it down to a 2nd and 8 or like a 2-yard gain. That's what we need to get.
Fairmont's best 2 plays defensively in this game were the first 2 of the game, and since that time, Bridgeport has pretty much been unstoppable. 2nd down and 6 at the Polar Bear 44. Fairmont fans trying to generate some enthusiasm. And there is Josh Love on the snap. Gets the 1st down as he takes it inside the 40, then breaks free inside the 20, the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for the Bridgeport touchdown. Josh Love scores on a 44-yard touchdown run, and he did about the last 30 of it on his own. And Bridgeport leads it now 27-7.
Yeah, just looking at Love on that play, just tremendous effort. I mean, never stopped his feet moving, and great balance. So just credit to him on that play. He just ran through the tackles.
Extra point coming up for Gavin Williams. Williams has missed 2 extra points all season. 50 of 52. This one is up, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field. 9:48 to go until halftime. It's Bridgeport 28, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Coming soon, the future of air travel right here at the North Central West Virginia Airport. Step inside our state-of-the-art terminal, where modern design meets unparalleled convenience. Experience seamless check-ins, intuitive digital displays, and all the amenities you need for a comfortable journey. Discover innovative design at every turn at the new North Central West Virginia Airport, coming in 2025.
If you're just checking into this game, the Polar Bears actually had the lead, scoring on their first possession and going up 7-0. Since that time, it's been bad news for Fairmont fans. Gavin Williams ready to kick off again. Bridgeport averages 56 points a game this season. The Polar Bears 51, so both kickers from both teams have strong legs. They've done a lot of kicking. Williams tees it up on the far hash marks as he kicks from left to right. Every one has gone into the end zone. This one's a little bit shorter, and it's taken by Navon Jones, and he takes it up over the 10, up to the 15, to the outside at the 20, and then over the 20 to the 25, down the sidelines at the 30, the 40, to the 50, inside the 50 to the 40, down to the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's going to be run down. Beautiful kickoff return for Navon Jones, and the Polar Bears are in business inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Jeff, I tell you, Fairmont Seniors had a lot of tradition of really strong kick returns, and I'll tell you, that tradition showed on that play, I'll tell you.
Jones took the ball at the 1-yard line and brought it all the way down to the 9, and there is a timeout for an injured Bridgeport player. Timeout on the field with 9:32 to go in the second quarter. Bridgeport 28, Fairmont 7 on 93.1 WFJM.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Scored a touchdown in this game tonight. So now, first down goal to go for the Polar Bears at the Bridgeport 8. Fairmont has not been able to run the ball effectively against Bridgeport so far this evening. Whitehair has Johnson behind him as he's in the pistol formation, and Fairmont jumped off sides. Looked like Cannon Dinger got a quick start on that snap. So first and goal from the 8 becomes first and goal from the 13.
False start, Fairmont Senior. 5-yard penalty.
So the ball back at the 13-yard line. Brock Martin is a wide out to the near side. They shift Fantasia and Calger from right to left. And Whitehair gets a high snap, then tosses it back to Johnson, and Johnson's in big trouble back at about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, try to run a quick toss to the perimeter, and the wide side of the field just very well defensed by Bridgeport. They come up right on the edge and then just fill it. Nice job, nice play.
5-yard loss on that play. So Fairmont was second and goal from the 8. Now it's second and goal from the 19. It was first and goal from the 8. Now second and goal from the 19. Martin wide left side. You know the Polar Bears will be going to the air now. Whitehair back to pass. Sets up, Far side of the field, the pass for Dinger. He's caught it at the 5-yard line, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds there. So a lot of it back on that pass play, down to about the 5.
Yeah, great job by Dinger on that route. Just pushed the defender, pressed him up the field, and then just ran a little stop route. And nice job catching it with his hands.
Third down, goal to go for the Polar Bears. Football set down at the 4-yard line. Brock Martin, got to keep your eye on him. Receiver to the left side. And here is quarterback Whitehair running to the right side. He takes it towards the sidelines and is thrown out of bounds, and a flag was thrown on the play as Whitehair on a design keep looked as though he's going to cut up, and then he went right to the sidelines and was thrown out of bounds, and a flag on the play.
Couldn't tell, but it looks like it's going to be holding, yeah.
Another holding penalty called against Fairmont Senior. Ten-yard penalty. Takes the ball back to the 14. So it'll be third down and goal to go from there. If you're a Polar Bear fan, you want to think that the glass is half full. It's maybe a little easier to throw the ball when you have that much room from the quarterback to the receiver.
Yeah, those windows do tighten up. I mean, they get a little space there, so hopefully that can help them in the red zone.
It'll be third down, goal to go. Taryn Boda in the game for Fairmont Senior, running back beside Whitehair. There'll be no running on this play, though, unless it's a scramble. Officials having a conference around the football. In Brody Whitehair's career, he's thrown for over 7,000 yards, and he has thrown 89 touchdown passes. So he's been in this situation a few times before. Third down, goal to go. 8:30 on the clock. Bridgeport 28, Fairmont Senior 7. Whitehair looks back to throw, throws into the end zone for Martin. He dives and he can't come up with it. It's incomplete. And it's going to be fourth down, goal to go from the 14.
Yeah, had Martin on the out route and or a little corner route and just a little underthrown, I think.
So fourth down for the Polar Bears, ball on the far hash marks. This drive started after a 91-yard kickoff return by Navon Jones, and it looked as though the Polar Bears had some momentum, but a couple of penalties after that. And now the ball is at the 14, fourth down, goal for Fairmont Senior. Pistol formation with Boda behind Whitehair, and Fairmont's got to get the ball in the end zone. Brody back to pass, fires it hard over the middle, and the pass is incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. And Bridgeport will take over at the 14.
Yeah, those windows are so tight in the red zone. You just, it's almost like it becomes an extra defender, and they actually had that pretty well covered on that route.
So with 8:27 on the clock, Bridgeport gets the ball on the change of possession, and the Indians have a long way to go, but that hasn't fazed them so far tonight. They have moved the ball effectively up and down the field against this Fairmont defense. The one interesting thing about this matchup is this is actually for the Big Ten Conference Championship, but it has very little bearing on the postseason, because even if Fairmont will lose this game to Bridgeport, it looks as though the Polar Bears would still finish above the Indians in their ratings, and the two teams would most likely play again here at the stadium. So that's the likely scenario.
Yeah, the thing with this game is just realizing that no matter the outcome of this game, it's these guys are going to see each other again. So that's something that they both know, but every time they play each other, they're going to want to win. So a lot of game left.
We talked about these two coaches, the success that each has had. Polar Bear coach Nick Bardick is in his 8th season with the Polar Bears. In the postseason, Bardick's record, 21 wins and 3 losses. Now that's typically when the games are the toughest, when you get into the postseason, and he's 21-3. That's one of the things that always impressed you about Bridgeport's coaches. When you looked at their records in the postseason, they were always gaudy like that because Bridgeport's been so successful. But you take a look at those numbers. That's pretty sound coaching. Both Tyler Ferris in his 3rd year and Nick Bardick in his 8th. 2 really good young coaches here in the Big Ten. So Bridgeport gets the football now. It's 1st down and 10, 8:27 on the clock. We're in the 2nd quarter, but Bridgeport has a 3-touchdown lead. It's 28-7. The Indians come out. Moses is back in the game. And he'll take the snap, and he's running wide to the near side. He's up to the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. And he's hit at the 50. Breaks free. He's inside the 40. Moves around the defender at the 35, and he'll go down close to the 32-yard line. So Alex Moses, who appeared to be shaken up earlier, he was okay on that run from the 14 all the way down to the 33-yard line in Fairmont territory.
Yeah, they just got the edge. They got the perimeter on us, and anytime that happens, and an athlete like him, it's just so hard to defend that in space, and just a really big play for the Indians.
And that puts him over 100 yards rushing tonight. We have a player down. Injury timeout. 8:11 to go. 2nd quarter. Bridgeport 28, Fairmont 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
With the right support and care, a seed can grow into a resilient plant. Recovery takes patience, intention, and a willingness to listen. Every path is different, and every story of substance use is an opportunity for transformation. When it comes to growing and restoring our communities, we need everyone to break through addiction. Learn more at backtolifewv.org.
The clock shows 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go. We're here in the 2nd quarter from East West Stadium. Bridgeport has had its way with Fairmont since about the 9-10 minute mark of the 1st quarter. Polar Bears scored first, and then Bridgeport came back. 3rd down, 7 play, deep in their own territory, 77-yard touchdown pass, and that was the beginning of trouble for Fairmont, stopping the Indians. It's Moses who was injured. He did a lot of running on that play, and he went over 100 yards for the game on just his 4th carry. That was a 53-yard run.
And you're starting to see some of the perimeter running game for Bridgeport. When they start getting that going, after they had some success inside, it makes it really hard to defend.
So the Indians now ready to go 1st down and 10 from the Fairmont 32-yard line. Snap goes to Spatafor. Spatafor following blockers, takes it inside the 35, the 30, and down inside the 20-yard line, and flags are thrown on the play.
Number 9, Spatafor, tackled by number 1, Jordan Wagner. There's a flag on the play.
Goes out of bounds at the 14. Flag on the play. Penalty most likely pending against Fairmont. After an 18-yard gain for Spatafor.
Personal foul. Face mask called a Fairmont senior. Going to extend the 1st down run by Spatafor. The 1st and goal, Bridgeport is the 7.
So the ball comes down to the 7-yard line after that 7-yard penalty. And another Bridgeport 1st down. And the Indians go 1st and goal from there. Clock stopped at 7:51 left until halftime. Spatafor and Love are the backs. Love gets the snap, runs it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone for the Bridgeport touchdown. The Indians have scored again, and they are running away with this one here in Fairmont. It's now 34-7 Bridgeport on top.
Yeah, it's just pretty much a inside run again, and when they find something that's working, they're not going to go away from it. They're not going to stay off script, and that's what they're doing. They're finding success and they're staying with it.
7-yard run, and it's Gavin Williams again, attempting the extra point. And the kick sails through the uprights, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 7:45 to go until halftime. It's Bridgeport 35, Fairmont 7 on 93.1 WFJM.
Big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Midway through the second quarter here at East West Stadium, and Bridgeport has a 35-7 lead over Fairmont Senior. So Bridgeport handling the Polar Bears much like it has handled all of the other teams on its schedule this season. As Bridgeport averages 56 points a game, and it hasn't given up many points defensively. So here we go again with Williams kicking off from left to right, ball on the far hash marks. Navon Jones provided highlights for the Polar Bears on his last kickoff return, 91 yards, but it didn't result in a score, and he'll get this one at the 2. Gets up over the 10, takes it to the right, heads to the sidelines. This time he's bottled up over the 20, and he's going to go down. So the ball comes out to the 21-yard line. First down and 10 for the Polar Bears. Still 7:37 on the clock here in the second quarter. The Indians have used the big play. They've had the big play both on the ground and in the air to get this 35-7 lead. And the Polar Bears send Martin and Dinger along with Jones as receivers to the left side. Chris Wilson is in the backfield behind Whitehair. The Polar Bears have pretty much abandoned the running game. We'll see if they maybe try to return to it now to see if they can get any success on the ground. Whitehair gives it to Wilson. Wilson hit in the backfield, tries to break free, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and a little more, but then flags are thrown.
Number 21, Chris Wilson on the carry, flags fly.
Wilson got about a yard, but there were penalty flags on the play. Sitting beside Ray Frazier is like being in the instant replay booth.
Yeah.
Holding is called against Fairmont. So it'll take the ball back to the 11-yard line after that 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, I still say offensive linemen never hold.
You haven't seen one yet, have you?
Well, just I don't know. When I played at Fairmont State, my brother-in-law, he sometimes would hold, but I never did.
No. So it's going to be first down and 20 for the Polar Bears now. Football back at about the 12-yard line. Whitehair is back to throw, sends it to the far side, and the pass is caught at about the 15 and taken up to about the 17-yard line by Navon Jones. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Second and 14, Fairmont Senior.
Second down, 14 yards to go. Football set down at the 17. Game clock down to 6:53 turning. Second quarter, Bridgeport leads 35-7. The Indians have scored 35 unanswered points because the Polar Bears actually led this game 7-0. Play clock down to 4. Fairmont needs to hustle to get this play off, and it can't, so it'll have to call timeout. Timeout, Polar Bears, 6:35 to go, second quarter from East West Stadium. The score, Bridgeport 35, Fairmont 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
It's second down, 14 for Fairmont Senior at its own 17-yard line, as the Polar Bears deal with a 35-7 deficit. Fairmont has only been behind one time this season, and it was the first game of the year, 3-0. That was right after that 1-yard punt. That was a crazy start to Fairmont Senior, and it was all good since then until tonight. Second down and 14 for the Polar Bears. They empty the backfield. And Whitehair looking to throw, sets up, fires it downfield, and the pass is overthrown. Cowker was the intended receiver, but the pass was about 3 or 4 yards beyond his outstretched arms, and now it's going to be third down.
Yeah, anytime that you go empty protection, you know that clock's got to go off in your head, and he got rid of it, just overthrew it just a little bit.
So Brody now just 6 for 16 through the air. That's uncharacteristic for him. He's 72% passer so far this season. Now third down, 14. Again, empty backfield. Polar Bears need a completion desperately, and Whitehair throws it downfield long along the sidelines, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Navon Jones, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Yeah, it's just, again, Jeff, it's just so hard when you have you become one-dimensional, and they're at a point right now where they know we have to throw the football. So it's really hard. They're playing pretty coverage pretty much all over the place.
Fairmont has 26 rushing yards in this first half. Cannon Dinger to punt. Puts this one up in the air. It hits at the 45, and it takes a little bit of a Fairmont roll. There's a flag thrown, and it rolls to a stop at the 49-yard line in Polar Bear territory, but a flag was thrown just before the ball rolled to a stop at the 49-yard line. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, it'll be Zach Frazier, former Polar Bear, talking about his recovery from his injury, his prospects for returning to the Steelers lineup, and his all-time favorite Bridgeport game. And the way this game is going, this is not going to be anybody's favorite Bridgeport game if it's wearing a blue and white.
A rough one so far. This Polar Bear offense can get going, but we got to get a way to stop them defensively. Got to do that in a hurry.
Penalty is called against Fairmont Senior. Illegal hands to the face. That was on the punt. And so Bridgeport now will start at the 39-yard line. Fairmont's been hit with a number of major penalties tonight. First down, 10 Indians at the Fairmont 39. And there's the counter to the wingback Jefferson. Jeffers is hit after a gain of a yard, maybe two. That'll be all. A gain of about a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, pretty good job by the Polar Bear our defense on that play. Just squeezing things a little better. I mean, that's we that time we did not give up as much space and allow for the running lane.
Bridgeport has 4 running backs that carry the ball a decent number of times. All 4 of them average over 10 yards a carry. 2nd down 9 at the Fairmont 38. And there's Josh Love right up the middle. Uh-oh, he fumbles the football. It's rolling free. And let's see if the Polar Bears recovered it. And Fairmont does have the football.
Yeah, big play by the Polar Bear defense. That's really, really great hustle. Getting to that football. Looked like Ramsey got there.
Tristan Ramsey makes the defensive play, and he's pretty much been an offensive guy this season at the center spot, but with Bridgeport's offense a little different, an extra lineman in there, and Ramsey's been the one and makes a big play. So Fairmont gets the football with 5:16 on the clock here in the second quarter, trailing this game 35-7. The ball at the 19-yard line. Whitehair calling the signals. He has Fantasia to his right and Damani Johnson to his left. And now timeout at the line of scrimmage. Time called by the Polar Bears with 5:16 to go in the second quarter. The score, Bridgeport 35, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
Fairmont Senior has the football, 5:16 to go in the first half, and the Polar Bears are looking at a 1st down and 10 in their own territory with a big deficit staring them in the face. Whitehair brings his team up now on this 1st down play. Play action. Scrambles out of the pocket to the far side of the field. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and a handful of yards beyond that, and is thrown out of bounds close to the 25-yard line.
Whitehair with quarterback keeper. Gain of about 4. Ball 5. Second 5. Fairmont Senior.
So it'll be a 5-yard gain and 2nd and 5 for Fairmont Senior. Brody Whitehair is Fairmont's leading rusher tonight. 31 yards rushing on 4 carries. This Polar Bear team has had a pretty good season running with the football, averaging 200 yards a game on the ground. And there's a drop as Whitehair takes a shotgun snap, and he's going to be nailed back at the 20-yard line. Be a loss of 5 on the play and bring up 3rd down and long for the Polar Bears.
And again, this 3rd and long situation has really kind of plagued the Polar Bears all night. This is a really tough circumstance to be in.
3rd down coming up for the Polar Bears. Ball marked back at the 21-yard line. Game clock down to 4:55. 3rd down, 8 yards to go for Fairmont Senior. Brody back to pass. Hard pass over the middle, bounces to Dinger, and it's incomplete. And it brings up a 4th down for Fairmont Senior.
Ball's incomplete.
So the completed pass stops the clock at 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go.
Number 10, Ken Dinger, back to punt for Fairmont.
So Dinger back into punt. Williams stands at midfield to return for the Indians. Punt away, low, wobbly punt, hits at the 40, and on the run, Williams picks it up at the 50, and he's hit by Cumberledge and goes down at about the 46, 47-yard line. And it'll be Bridgeport's football with 4:33 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, looking at these drives that the Indians have been starting, a lot of them have really been pretty good field position, and that's also been something that's been really difficult for Fairmont Senior tonight as well.
10-10 with a 35-7 lead. Jeffers is the wingback. Love and Spatafor are the backs, and Spatafor gets the snap, and he'll take it over the 45 before he's hit and brought down by Caleb Arbogast.
Number 23, Jefferson Carey.
Flag on the play.
Gain of about 1 was flag on the play.
Bridgeport started the game getting the flags, 3 on the Polar Bears' first possession. They've avoided that since then.
Personal foul. Shot block. Called on Bridgeport.
So 15-yard penalty against the Indians. Shot block called against Bridgeport. And that takes the ball back through the 39. So it'll be first down and 25 yards to go for the Indians. Most teams you think, oh, now they're going to have to go to the air, but not these guys. Snap goes to Love. He takes it up the middle to the 41-yard line, wrapped up and brought down there.
Number 14 with the key.
Bigelow, Dawson in on the play for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, great job by that left side of the defense. You can see they're really trusting each other, as far as playing team defense on that last play.
You don't see Powers Dawson on defense much for Fairmont Senior, but he is in there on defense tonight. It's Bigelow, Dawson, Ramsey, Arbogast, and Calger along the front line against this unbalanced front for the Indians. 2nd and 23 at the Bridgeport 41. 3:30 on a turning clock here in the second quarter. And there is a sweep coming to the wingback Jeffers, and Jeffers is brought down after a short gain up to about the 45-yard line.
Shaking up on the play.
And Jeffers a little slow in getting up, and the Bridgeport trainers come out to take a look at him. So we have an injury timeout with 3:17 to go until halftime. It's Bridgeport 35, Fairmont Senior 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit nationalguard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
So now the Indians are looking at a 3rd down and about 20. Back at the 44 in their own territory. They need to get it down to the 36-yard line for a first down. So here we go now. Bridgeport comes to the line of scrimmage. Little different formation this time as the snap comes directly to Josh Love, and Love takes it up towards near midfield, hit and brought down short of the 50 at about the 49, so he'll get 5 yards on the play.
Number 14 Love on the carry.
Yeah, it's nothing fancy. It's the same thing that they've been running with the trap, and still have to close it down a little bit more with the space. But at the same time, you're facing a team that traps like this. You got to close things down.
Gavin Williams will be in to punt for Bridgeport from his own 49-yard line. Line drive punt, and Martin watches it roll and manages to shield the ball. And that's Canfield, who was back deep on that one, and he managed to keep the ball from being downed by the Indians. It's like keep away. So Fairmont gets the ball at the 20 now with 2:05 to go. An offense that hasn't had much success since its opening possession of the game. Fairmont took the ball at its own 20 and marched down and scored with some nice passing plays to Brock Martin. Brock Martin caught the 31-yard touchdown. So now first down, 10, Fairmont Senior. Wilson, the running back behind Whitehair. Wilson gets the ball running wide to the right side, gets up to the 25, over the 25, close to the 30-yard line. And that would be very close to a Polar Bear first down.
Yeah, very, very nice block. Just blocked very nice on that play. Just very well executed by the Polar Bear offensive line.
And a 10-yard gain. So it'll be first down and 10 Polar Bears now at the 30-yard line. Wide out to the near side. And Whitehair play action. Back to throw, getting chased and sacked by Donovan Williams back at about the 21. They'll set it down at the 22. It'll be an 8-yard loss for Whitehair. Now it's going to be second down, 18 yards to go for Fairmont Senior. Game clock down to a minute 12. The Polar Bears trail 35-7. Handoff goes right up the middle to Wilson, and Wilson gets the yardage back from the sack, almost. Needs a couple more, but it's going to be brought down at about the 28, 27-yard line. It'll be third down, about 13 for the Polar Bears after that 5-yard gain from Wilson.
Yeah, again, we're in that range of 3rd and 13. That's going to be very difficult. They're going to be coming. So Brady's got to be making sure that he gets rid of this as quickly as he can.
Game clock down to 35. Play clock at 12. Fairmont 3rd and 13 from its own 27-yard line. Whitehair wants to throw. Now he's sending one down the far sidelines for Dinger, and Dinger reaches up, and he has caught the football along the sidelines at the 38-yard line. That was a great catch. Cannon Dinger fully extended, and with 21 seconds to go, the Polar Bears have a first down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, we've said it many times during his career already, just how he's able to high point the ball, and did it on that play, and a very nice job.
So now with 21 seconds left, the Polar Bears have one timeout. Ball at the 39 in Indian territory. Dinger catches a pass along the sidelines at the 31 and is quickly out of bounds with 15 seconds to go. That'll be about an 8-yard gain. So now the Polar Bears facing the Bridgeport defense and a dwindling clock. Second down, 2, 15 seconds to go. Really doesn't matter what down it is because there aren't that many plays left. And Whitehair is back to throw. Sends one down towards the goal line for Dinger. He reaches up and he can't come up with it. Yes, he's got it. It's a Polar Bear touchdown. Cannon Dinger fighting a defender for the ball. Catches it. It's a 31-yard TD pass.
Yeah, Brady gets really nice protection and puts it where Keenan can come up with it, and again, pretty much high points it again, and just really nice job.
So Cannon Dinger with a great catch, 2 of them on that quick drive, and the Polar Bears get their second touchdown. And Cam Peschel's extra point is up, and it is good. And just 6 seconds remain in the first half from East West Stadium in Fairmont. It's Bridgeport 35, the Polar Bears 14 on 93.1 WFGM.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit nationalguard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Just 6 seconds to go. Fairmont will kick off now to Bridgeport as the Polar Bears scored on their first possession and most likely have scored on their last possession of the first half. It was the part in between that was the problem. Peschel tees the ball up on the far hash marks at the 40. This is Cam's first kickoff. Dinger kicked it into the end zone the last time, and this is end over end short on the run. It takes a hop, and it's picked up at the 20-yard line, and there's a flag on the play, and time's going to run out at the end of the first half. Ball returned to about the 27-yard line. Flag on the play.
Tackle on the kickoff made by number 36, Tucker Bigelow. His flag's on the play.
Polar Bears heading to the locker room. And apparently the penalty will be against Bridgeport. Fairmont will decline it, and we'll go into halftime. We'll need to find out from the referee to be sure. Block in the back, called against the Bridgeport Indians, declined by the Polar Bears, and it is officially now halftime at East West Stadium in Fairmont. The score, the Bridgeport Indians 35, the Fairmont Polar Bears 14 on 93.1 WFGM.
Welcome to your home among the hills. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, you'll unearth new passions, be exposed to fresh perspectives, and find what drives you. This place of discovery is where you can become a scientist, a leader, an athlete, a performer, a friend. Opportunities include research, internships, and study abroad. Plus, our vibrant community makes for experiences you'll never forget. Discover yourself at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
West Virginia's largest restoration company is now in the heart of the Mountain State. With a location in Charleston, joining our branches in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, we'll be there to help when you need it most. Our expert team and state-of-the-art equipment is ready to serve the Kanawha Valley 24 hours a day. From water damage to fire restoration, when disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
It's halftime. We're at East West Stadium in Fairmont, a matchup of two undefeated teams in Class AAA. We were expecting a tighter game than this, Ray. It's 35-14, and from the Polar Bear standpoint, the plus is they ended the half on a high note with that touchdown that makes it look a little better at 35-14, but certainly this is a big mountain for the Polar Bears to climb.
It is, and the way Bridgeport's playing, I mean, they've been in control of the game with the way they've gotten the run game going, and it's the first thing we've got to do is just stop that inside trap play before we do anything else. We've got to do that to find some ways to get some defensive stops.
Why is that play so hard to stop?
It's hard because if you don't play it the correct way, in other words, every time you, as a defensive lineman, if you're getting trapped, if you get up the field, every step you take, you widen the hole. If that makes any sense. If you squeeze down, the guy that you're lined up on that they're trying to trap. I mean, he's trying to release to a linebacker. You've got to get your hands on the squeeze down. In other words, condense it down. That's why I'm talking about collapsing the hole. And that's what's happening. We're widening the hole because we're getting too far up the field. So we need to squeeze a little more.
For listeners who maybe aren't that familiar with football terminology, when you say trap, describe that.
It's basically where either one of the guards is or it could be a tackle, but he's going to come and the first guy typically, or it could be the second guy, but a guy past the center, they're going to trap and try to get their head inside of that defender, and when they come up the field, the defender that they're trying to trap, it makes it easier. It's an easier block. But if you have a defender that squeezes it down, it makes it so much harder, and it bottles things up and it squeezes it, and it makes it to where you don't have any room to run, and we're giving way too much room for them to run.
And the other thing that's tough about Bridgeport this season is their pass option, because they can throw the ball if they need to. And in prior years, well, they would throw it if they had to.
Yeah.
But now they have a situation where they can actually make it an integral part of their offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not going to do it a lot, but you can see that they're really capable of doing that. I mean, that first play the long pass play that they hit, early on with Spatafor through that was as well of a ball that you're going to see a high school quarterback throw. It was hit right in stride. It was just a beautiful pass.
So that's enough of you and me talking. We have a chance to talk with Zach Frazier, former Polar Bear and current Pittsburgh Steeler, but he's still got that blue and white blood in him. And when we come back, we'll check in with Zach and get an update on his career as halftime continues from East West Stadium in Fairmont with the score. The Bridgeport Indians 35, the Fairmont Polar Bears 14 on 93.1 WFGM.
With the right support and care, a seed can grow into a resilient plant. Recovery takes patience, intention, and a willingness to listen. Every path is different, and every story of substance use is an opportunity for transformation. When it comes to growing and restoring our communities, we need everyone to break through addiction. Learn more at backtolifewv.org.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day, we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
Halftime at East-West Stadium in Fairmont, the Polar Bears and the Bridgeport Indians, and I have a special guest tonight. Former Polar Bear, former Mountaineer, and current Pittsburgh Steeler, Zach Frazier, joining me here at halftime. Hey, Zach, it is great to get a chance to talk with you. You've had so much going on in your life since the last time I had a chance to check in with you. First, before we talk about anything else, everybody's got to want to know about your injury, your health, and your prospect of getting back to play.
Well, thank you, Jeff. Well, thanks for having me, and I'm healing up. I'm rehabbing and shooting for playing against Washington, but just rehabbing for now, and then just getting ready for that.
When the injury first happened, were you concerned that it was related to your prior injury? Was there a period of time where you weren't really sure about that?
Well, it was obviously the same ankle, but like in the moment, I wasn't too worried about it. But once we got the testing done and everything, the team doctor actually said that the plate that I have in there probably saved me from hurting my ankle worse. So I was thankful for that.
Thankful to have that bionic ankle now.
For sure, yeah.
Hey, tell me let's go back a little bit farther, because I want to go back to draft day, and I know what an exciting day that was for you, and of course especially your family. When your name was announced, I'm guessing you knew ahead of time that was the plan, if you were available, that the Steelers were going to select you. Is that how it turned out?
Yeah, I definitely knew it was a possibility, and my agents had told me that if I was on the board at that point, that they, felt pretty confident that Pittsburgh was going to take me. But, just going into that night, you never know what's going to happen, or, normally you don't have a good feeling of what teams like you and what teams don't. I've heard, lots of stories of guys that had never even talked to teams and then got drafted by them. So there's just a lot of uncertainty going into it. But I knew, once their pick was getting closer and closer, I knew it was a better and better chance that I was going there.
Tell me the feeling when you actually heard and knew it was real.
Oh, it was an unbelievable feeling. It's everything I've ever dreamed of. As a kid, is to get that phone call, and then also to be to Pittsburgh. Going into the process, that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to be in Pittsburgh, and it just, everything worked out perfect in it. It was an unbelievable night.
I also want to know, you had the chance in the preseason to walk onto that field for the first time on an NFL field in an NFL game. Tell me what that was like for you.
Yeah, just the whole atmosphere. Getting to put the uniform on for the first time, and then getting to take the field for the first time. Just, again, like everything I've ever dreamed about doing, and just an unbelievable feeling to be able to do that.
Everybody knows that you're a rookie. How difficult is it being a rookie on an NFL team?
I don't know. I feel like I'm fortunate because I came in with two other rookies. So there's three of us, and I'm thankful for that. At least I'm not the only rookie in the offensive line room. So I got those other guys that are kind of going with it through me, or going with it through, or with me. Sorry, and just thankful for them, and having a lot of fun so far.
Now, tell me what it's like the day after maybe your first game, because offensive linemen get a whole lot of contact. Tell me what that was like and how you felt after your first NFL game.
after the preseason ones, I didn't feel too bad. Didn't feel like, I mean, I was sore, of course, but not anything crazy. But after that first game in Atlanta, I felt like I got hit by a bus, to be honest. But yeah, the other, after that, I kind of get used to it.
Do you endure a good bit of trash talking down on the field?
Yeah, there's a good bit of trash talking. I don't really get caught up in it too much. I stay pretty quiet, but yeah.
So tell me about, let's go back in time now. We're here at halftime of the Bridgeport Fairmont senior game, and I know even though you've had a lot of memories between then and now, you still remember what it was like to play Bridgeport.
Yeah, absolutely. Those were probably my favorite games to play in, when I was in high school, just because normally that was the best team that we played, and there was just, so much that went into that week, and, you want to play good opponents like that, and, those are the games that are fun, when you're playing playing a good opponent like Bridgeport.
Tell me, as you think back on those high school days that don't seem that long ago to me, but
yeah.
what's your best memory from Fairmont Senior Bridgeport?
My favorite memory would be that my freshman year playoff game against them. Where we kind of beat them in overtime and broke their streak. That was and it was to go to the state championship. That was probably one of the best games I've ever played in. We were going back and forth with them, and it came down to that last play. We went for two. It was definitely one of the best experiences I've ever had playing football.
Let's get back to the NFL just for a moment, because I want to know what it's like. I know you've got such a close family, a close-knit family, and they're all so excited about this experience you're going through. What's it like when you're down on the field and you've got family in the stands watching you play in an NFL game?
Yeah, it's special to me. Again, being up here in Pittsburgh, I'm really not that far from home. So in a sense, it feels like I'm playing, at home, kind of like a home game when I have family there in the stands at every game. And it's just really means a lot that they can be there and that they're able to be there, that, I'm not too far away or anything. And it's just nice that they can travel up and see me play.
Well, Zach, we sure do appreciate you remembering your high school days and spending the time this evening with us. It's great to have you and Dante in the NFL. I guess I should just ask you, do you have any contact with Dante Stills, who unfortunately I guess you guys won't get a chance to play against one another, but do you ever have any contact with him?
Yeah, I mean, here and there. We're both pretty busy. We were upset that we didn't get to play each other this year. Hopefully we'll get to play each other next year and get to, trade jerseys and everything. But definitely happy for him. It seems like he's having a good year so far this year.
Two polar bears going up against one another. Now that would be that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Zach, I do appreciate your time, and certainly everybody around here is a big Zach Frazier fan, and we wish you nothing but the best, continued success and good health as you get set to continue your NFL season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Zach Frazier, former Polar Bear, present Pittsburgh Steeler, and we'll have more coming up next here on 93.1 WFGM.
I'm preparing to save lives.
I'm making a difference. I am learning from the best.
In state-of-the-art facilities. I'm a nursing student
at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
With skilled nurses needed more than ever, West Virginia Wesleyan wants to help you launch your own in-demand career. You'll benefit from a recent $500,000 upgrade to our nursing labs. Learn from expert faculty and be considered for generous scholarships. Become a nurse. Start your journey at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
It's our 21st anniversary here at Dan Cava Toyota World. Check out our all-wheel drive hybrid sedans with interest rates as low as 4.5%. Shop the 3Cs, Camrys, Corollas, and Crowns. We have a large selection of Tundras, starting as low as $49,000 and up to $7,000 off. We want to thank you for being a part of our family for 21 years. Come celebrate with us at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
My name is Micah Daniels from Huntington, West Virginia. I'm at Bridge Valley and I'm working on earning an associate's degree in manufacturing. Jumpstart is a career savings program for skilled workers. You know, with blue collar work, you always need money for tools. So with that Jumpstart program, I can rest easy. New sets of tools need to be bought. I'm good.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses. Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
Halftime continues at East West Stadium in Fairmont. We say sometimes historic East West Stadium, and the reason for that is this facility itself, actually at this location, was, well, it's over 100 years old. They were playing baseball in here in the early 1900s. And so when you look at the configuration of the stadium, if you're here for the first time or maybe just watching, the stadium has a little different configuration, but it has a half bowl, and that is exactly where the grandstand was behind home plate. And there were lots of famous baseball players who play here. In fact, the New York Yankees and the Chicago Cubs both played exhibition games here against a collection of local guys. There was a baseball league in the early 1900s. It was Fairmont, Morgantown, Clarksburg, and Mannington, I believe, who had teams in a league here all the way back that far. And so that's where the history of this facility actually originates from. Back in those days, from what was called Southside Park, and it was originally a baseball field stadium all those years ago. So that's where the history comes from. In fact, it was 1938 that it became what it is now, with the walls around the stadium, and it was then changed. The name was changed to East West Stadium. So that's a little bit of our history on this facility here, but there's a lot of history inside this facility, that's for sure. First half stats, certainly a dominant first half for Bridgeport. The Indians were successful on their one touchdown pass for 77 yards, and then they have over 200 yards rushing, so they're near 300 yards of total offense. The Polar Bears at 195 with 159 passing yards and 36 rushing yards here at the half. Checking some of the scores around West Virginia, let's look at Quad A scores. It's the Mohawk Bowl tonight in Morgantown, and it's not a very good game, as Morgantown is having no trouble with the Hawks, 42-7 in the third quarter. Other scores in Class Quad A, Spring Mills beating Parkersburg South 34-0 in the second half. Herbert Hoover leading Hedgesville 43-0. Parkersburg trailing Huntington 17-6. Jefferson winning big over Clarksburg, Maryland 40-7. And George Washington behind Hurricane 21-14. Musselman and Washington in a tight one, 14-13 Washington, third quarter. Now we go to our Class AAA. Frankfort on top of Grafton, 41-6. Frankfort is a top-ranked AA school. Roane County and North Marion playing a tight game now. It's 14-6 Roane in the third quarter. Roane County now a AA school. Roane County was in our classification last year. Princeton, one of the top teams in Class AAA. They have had a really good season. They're unbeaten, and they now lead Greenbrier East 48-6. in the third quarter. Woodrow Wilson on top of Oak Hill, trailing 19-14 as Oak Hill has just scored to take a 5-point lead. Spring Valley, another good AAA team, 48-7 lead over South Charleston. Here's the game of the night. It's in Elkins, and the Tigers hold a 28-27 lead over RCB. Elkins is 5-4, and the Tigers are looking at postseason now. That would be quite a step up for them after winning just 3 games in the last 5 years. Scott leads Winfield 33-14. That game's in the third quarter. Ripley over Nicholas County 14-7. And East Fairmont and Lewis County are playing tonight. Actually, they're playing in Fairmont, but they're up at Fairmont State University. That's why this game was originally scheduled for last night, because East was going to have the home game tonight, but East moved its game up to Fairmont State. This game was moved from Thursday to Friday, and that's why we're both playing on the same night in Fairmont. The Bees leading the Minutemen 21-7. That game is near halftime. And Brook leads Weir 10-0. Preston and Buchanan Upshur. This one surprised me a little. Buchanan Upshur leading 14-0 in the second quarter. Preston's been playing fairly well so far. Even though some of the games they haven't won, they've been very competitive, like when they played University last week and lost near the end by 1 touchdown. Those are the scores in Class Quad A and Class AAA. Okay, Ray, you're down 35-14. Bridgeport is going to get the football first. If you are on the Polar Bear sideline, what's the conversation about?
Well, I think the first thing is we've got to get back to running the football. I think that's one of the things that we need to do is try to find a way to get the running game going, because that's going to take some pressure off of Brody. I think he's having way too much pressure right now when he's trying to throw the football, and that makes it really difficult. It's really difficult when you know that they're coming after you when they're coming on a pass rush every time, on the third down and long.
So the captains have met at the center of the field, the formality, because we all know what's happening here, as the Indians will get the football to start the second half. Fairmont will be kicking off as we get set to start the second half. Next week, Polar Bears will be here, final regular season game, and it is also the 104th East-West football game. That will be next Friday night at 7 o'clock. For Bridgeport, the Indians will be back at home going up against county rival, the Lincoln Cougars. So Fairmont Senior ready to kick off. And it looks as though Polar Bears going to tee the ball up on the far hash marks, and Sam Flower is going to do the kicking. So this will be the Polar Bears' third kickoff and third different kicker. Dinger kicked the first one, Peschel the second one, and now Flower ready to kick this one. Sam Flower's older brother, Nate, is a kicker at WVU. He was outstanding soccer player, really good kicker for the Polar Bears, and ended up with a chance to play football at WVU. Moses back deep. Jeffers is back into the game for the Indians, and Love. So two of those guys were hurt in the first half. Moses and Jeffers both have returned. In fact, Jeffers wasn't even putting any weight on his left ankle. Here is Sam Flower's kick, and it's a little onside kick, and the Indians say they've got it. And the officials agree. So the Polar Bears trying to turn this game around by stealing a possession, but couldn't get it done, and the Indians have the football at the 44-yard line. Moses is alongside Josh Love in the Bridgeport backfield. It's first down and 10 from the 44. And Moses gets the snap, and he crouches through a hole and takes it up to about the 50-yard line. Moses is going to get about 6. It'll be second down and 4.
Yeah, just a great job on that right side of the Bridgeport offensive line. They get some good movement and run the power play.
Fairmont trying to dig in along the front line and get a stop here, but now it's second down and 4, and that makes it especially difficult. Again, it's Moses and Love gets the snap, and flags are flying. Offsides coming up against the Polar Bears, and that will give Bridgeport a first down. So the Polar Bears give up a first down by penalty. That's the second one the Indians have received by penalty. The Polar Bears have 3 first downs on Bridgeport penalties. So at the 45-yard line now, the Indians go first down and 10. We're early in the second half. Bridgeport leads 35-14. Ramsey along the front line for the Polar Bears, along with Arbogast, Calgar, Bigelow, and Bracero. Parker Bigelow in the game as a linebacker alongside his brother Hunter. First down and 10 for Bridgeport. Snap goes to Josh Love, and Love gets the first down and more as he takes it inside the 40, the 35, the 30. This guy just doesn't go down. He'll take it down to about the 26-yard line on a big gain of 19 yards.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a penalty after the play. But yeah, Jeff, you're right. The Love runs very hard. He's a really physical runner.
Penalty coming up. It's going to go against Fairmont Senior. Personal foul. Personal foul called against the Polar Bears. 15-yard penalty, which actually will be half the distance to the goal line. 13-yard penalty. That was a gain down to the 26-yard line. Fairmont up to 90 yards in penalties tonight, and Bridgeport looking at a first down and 10 on the Polar Bear 13. Clock turns inside 10 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fairmont led 7-0. Then Bridgeport rallied to take a 14-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Indians up that lead to 35-7 before Fairmont scored with just 6 seconds to go in the first half to trim the margin to 36-15, and that's where we're 35-14. That's where we are now. And there is Moses getting the football, and Moses takes it down inside the 10 and stretches inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, nothing flashy there. That was just straight one-on-one base blocking, and it was like a straight dive.
4-yard gain, second down, and about 6 yards to go. Football set down at about the 9-yard line. Jeffers lines up as a wing back to the right side. Moses and Love, the running backs. Love gets the snap. He goes right up the middle, and he sees a nice hole and takes it inside the 10, and he's wrapped up and brought down there by Rudy Carrillo. But it'll be close to a Bridgeport first down. And now they signal first down Bridgeport at the 3. So Josh Love now over 100 yards rushing tonight. The Indians have 2 runners with over 100 yards. Moses did it. He was a little more efficient. He did it with just 4 carries in this game. First down, goal to go from the 3. Josh Love takes the snap, and Love takes the ball down into the end zone. It's another Bridgeport touchdown. Josh Love scores another TD, and Bridgeport leads it 41-14.
Carried by number 14, Love for the Bridgeport touchdown.
Love has his 4th touchdown of the night for Bridgeport.
Yeah, he's having one whale of a night tonight.
Ready for Williams to attempt the extra point. Gabe Martin is the holder. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:40 to go, third quarter from Fairmont. It's Bridgeport 41, Fairmont Senior 14 on 93.1 WFGM.
Coming soon, the future of air travel right here at the North Central West Virginia Airport. Step inside our state-of-the-art terminal where modern design meets unparalleled convenience. Experience seamless check-ins, intuitive digital displays, and all the amenities you need for a comfortable journey. Discover innovative design at every turn at the new North Central West Virginia Airport, coming in 2025.
It wasn't not the way the Polar Bears drew it up in the locker room at halftime as Bridgeport takes the ball, goes down, and scores on its first possession after an unsuccessful onside kick. And now Bridgeport will be kicking off to the Polar Bears. One of the bright spots tonight for Fairmont was a 91-yard kickoff return by Navon Jones. He didn't get it into the end zone, but he did take it inside the 10. Jones is one of the deep backs for Fairmont Senior, and Damani Johnson is the other one. Williams, who has the ability to put it in the end zone, kicks this one on a line drive into the end zone for the touchback. So the Polar Bears will be in familiar territory at the 20-yard line. They've been there a bunch tonight because, except for that one kickoff return by Navon Jones, all of the kicks have gone into the end zone, and Fairmont started at the 20.
Yeah, that just makes it so hard when you're, you start deep in your own territory every time, and you have the long field to go.
Powers Dawson, Deshaun Floyd, Tristan Ramsey, Caleb Arbogast, Trevor Bigelow, the Polar Bear offensive linemen. Quarterback Brody Whitehair out of the pistol, and he hands it off to Damani Johnson, looking for any kind of an opening, and he can't find one. Going to be brought down. Maybe a yard on the play. Damani Johnson's carried the ball 3 times tonight for -4. That gives you an idea of where the Polar Bear running game has been. 3 receivers to the left side on this second down play. Whitehair looks to the sidelines now. He has Brock Martin wide to the right. 3 others wide to the left side. And Whitehair back to pass. He's going down the sidelines for Martin and overthrows him out of bounds at midfield.
It looked like he had Martin on the go route, but just a hair overthrown.
That snaps a streak of 3 straight completed passes for Brody, who struggled a little with his accuracy tonight, although he's been under duress. He's just 9 for 21, 159 yards tonight. Third down, 9 yards to go. Whitehair looking to pass. Now goes downfield long for Navon Jones, and he drops the ball at the 42-yard line. Jones had it in his hands, but couldn't bring it in. It might have been a touchdown if he catches it, and it's 4th down for the Polar Bears.
Well, I tell you, he was taking off like he was like out of a cannon that time. He had a step, and we thought he had it.
So punting situation for the Polar Bears. Fairmont's going to end up punting as many times in this game as it has all season. Cannon Dinger has been doing the punting, and he's in to do it again. High punt, fair catch called for, and the ball is taken by Donovan Williams at the 45-yard line. So only a punt of about 24 yards for Dinger, And Bridgeport has it in Fairmont territory with 7:41 on the clock, leading the Polar Bears 42-14.
Bridgeport will start their possession at Fairmont Senior 45-yard line. Final score for Wrigley. Run County 14.
You remember last season, Bridgeport's season ended in the playoffs against Princeton. They lost the game 73-70. First down 10 for the Indians now. And there's the counter coming to the wing back, and Jeffers is hit, and he's going down for no gain on the play. Polar Bears were there waiting for that counter play, and Jeffers was hit, no gain. It'll be second down and 10. We haven't said that too many times tonight.
23, Jeffers carried for Bridgeport. Brought that at the line for no gain.
The ball on the far hash marks at the 45. And it's going to be second down, 10 yards to go. Clock down to 7 minutes. 5 seconds to go. Third quarter from Fairmont. Indians come to the line of scrimmage now. Jeffers goes in motion, and the handoff goes up the middle to Love, and the ball pops loose, but Love's, he didn't lose it. He's got it. Gain of a yard. So Love gets one, third down, 9. Josh Love, Tim Jeffers, or Alex Moses rather, 100 yards rushing tonight.
And you got to feel where they're at field position wise. I mean, they're safely going to think 4 down territory, so I'd say they might try to run it here and play for fourth down.
Well, they don't have Spatafor in the game, and he's their thrower. So here's Moses running the ball wide to the near side, and he gets the corner turn and takes it down to about the 36-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, but not by much. Parker Bigelow helped run him out of bounds. Well, they've marked the ball now down at the 35-yard line, so it is going to be a first down. I thought he went out of bounds at the 36. So it is a first down. So Bridgeport has it at the Fairmont 35, first down and 10. 126 yards rushing tonight for Moses. Moses gets it again, sees a hole right up the middle, and Canfield hits him, but not before he takes it down to the 28. It'll be a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, this Bridgeport offense is so effective when they can just put one foot in the ground and go and cut and just go right away, and that's what they're doing. They don't have to delay at all. They're just making one cut and going.
Ball at the 29. Second down, 4 yards to go for Bridgeport, leading the Polar Bears 42-14. We're in the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. Love and Moses are the running backs. And Love gets the snap, and he dives over the line, and Bracero helps trip him up. Ball's going to be marked at the 27-yard line, so it will be third down and 2 yards to go. Need to get it to the 25, and they're at the 27. From the 27-yard line, third down 2. Love goes left and then cuts it up, and he's hit. No gain on the play.
Yeah, very well played that time by the Polar Bear defense. We talked about squeezing, the play when they have the trap concept, and then they did it very well in that play.
Polar Bears' leading tackler this season is Logan Canfield. There have been a lot of tackles in this game tonight, but that's not necessarily a good stat to have. You'd rather have a chance to get 3 and then get the ball back.
Yeah.
4th down 2 for Bridgeport now at the 27. Long count trying to draw the Polar Bears off sides. It doesn't happen, and so Bridgeport will call a timeout as the play clock was ready to expire. Timeout Bridgeport, 3:09 to go, third quarter from Fairmont. It's the Indians 42, Fairmont's Polar Bears 14 on 93.1 WFGM.
Big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
The Bridgeport Indians leading the Polar Bears 42-14 now are looking at a 4th down and 2 from the Fairmont 27-yard line, calling timeout after unsuccessfully trying to draw the Polar Bears off sides. The Indians need to get it to the 25-yard line on this 4th down play. And here is Josh Love taking the snap, and he is hit, and he's going down, and the Polar Bears will stop him on downs.
Yeah, very well played. That's a very nice job. It looked like
Fairmont senior take over at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, just that left side of the defensive line just did a nice job that time collapsing everything.
So Love stopped, back-to-back plays for no gain, and the Polar Bears have it with 3:03 on the clock, stopped at the change of possession, and the Polar Bears down 42-14. Whitehair, the quarterback, hands it off to Wilson, running wide to the left side. He needs to get the corner turned, and he does. He gets out over the 35, the 40, the 45. He's at the 50, down the sidelines, run out of bounds, close to the 40-yard line. So Chris Wilson gives the Polar Bears biggest spark running the ball tonight as he takes it in to Bridgeport territory.
Yeah, gets really good blocking on that right side and was able to get the perimeter, get the edge.
And get 35 yards and a Polar Bear first down. So it'll be first down and 10, Fairmont Senior at the Indians' 38. Whitehair has Wilson behind him on this first down play. Game clock down to 2:37 and turning here in the third quarter. And Whitehair, play action, looks downfield, long for Martin. It's overthrown, incomplete along the sidelines. This is the 49th time these two teams have played football. Bridgeport leads the all-time series 34-14. The two teams have split the last 8 games, but split it evenly. Bridgeport's on a 4-game winning streak, which followed a Polar Bear 4-game winning streak. Second down and 10. And here is Wilson getting the handoff off the right side, down to the 35. He's at the 30, has blockers leading the way, and there's a flag thrown as Wilson goes out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Waiting for the call from the referee, who's struggling a little with his microphone tonight. Illegal helmet contact called against Bridgeport after the run, which went down to the 26. which was a 12-yard run for Wilson, and then the penalty after that. And the Polar Bears now go first down and 10 from the Bridgeport 13-yard line. Whitehair looking to pass, chased out of the pocket, runs to the far side of the field, and is hit out of bounds. So it's going to bring up a second down and long for the Polar Bears. In Bridgeport territory, though.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Lost.
So it'll go as a quarterback sack. And the ball comes back to the 17-yard line.
14.
Second down. And about 14 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Ball on the 17-yard line. Whitehair has Damani Johnson to his right. And he's back to pass. Fires over the middle. The pass is caught by Dinger inside the 5. Dinger takes it into the end zone. It's a Polar Bear touchdown. It's a 17-yard TD pass from Whitehair to Dinger. And the Polar Bears score and trail 42-20.
Yeah, very well executed play by the Polar Bears. Little crossing route underneath, and Dinger did a nice job. They cleared it out for him and did a nice job coming through and make a play.
Number 44, Cam Peschel on to try the extra point.
Peschel ready to kick the extra point. Ball down on the tee, and Peschel's kick drives through the uprights. There's timeout on the field. 2:01 to go, third quarter from Fairmont. It's Bridgeport 42, Fairmont Senior 21 on 93.1 WFJM.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
The North Marion Huskies playing tonight against Roane County, and the Huskies have fallen by a score of 14-6. That is a final now. And RCB leading Elkins 41-34. And how about East Fairmont? Well, the Bees still lead Lewis County 21-7. That's local scores on our scoreboard tonight. Sam Flower ready to kick off. Tees the ball up in the center of the field at the 40. The last time he was the kicker, he attempted an onside kick. This will be his second kickoff. And the Indians are certainly alert to that fact. He approaches the ball, and there's a little squib kick that will go out of bounds. Normally when the ball goes out of bounds, the opposing team will get the ball at the 35-yard line, but this time the ball didn't go that far, and it's out of bounds at almost the 40. So the Indians will not be relegated to take it at the 35. And they will take the ball where it went out of bounds. So they get a 5-yard penalty for that kick out of bounds, and it brings the ball up to the 44. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bridgeport from there. Clock shows 2:01 here in the third quarter. 42-21, the Indians lead. Love and Moses are the backs. Love gets the snap right up the middle. He takes it over the 45 to the 46. Parker Bigelow in on the stop for the Polar Bears. He's played a good bit tonight for Fairmont on defense, the linebacker spot. That's where he'll be next year.
Yeah, it's pretty well played. 2 to 3 yard gain is still you know, that's a lot better than what we've had on first down so far.
So the ball at the 46-yard line. Second down. And about 8 yards to go for Bridgeport. Wing back, Jeffers to the right. Snap goes to Josh Love. Then the ball comes back to Moses. Moses gets to the 45, the 50, down the sidelines at the 45, the 40, and run out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. There's a Bridgeport player shaken up on the play back at the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be a gain to the 39. So that'll be a 14-yard pickup for Moses, and we have an injury timeout. But not for long because he's not injured anymore. So coming to the sidelines for Bridgeport, that's Wes Brown. He's their very talented offensive lineman and also very big. 6 feet, 275-pound senior comes to the sidelines. He was down. They were coming out to look at him, and he popped up, but he's not walking off the field. He's a little wobbly as he comes off the field. So the ball is in possession of the Indians now after that first down run for Moses. It's at the Fairmont 39. Moses is up to 150 yards rushing tonight. So the ball at the 39 in Fairmont territory. 1:09 on the clock. Bridgeport 42, the Polar Bears 21. I was checking to see the last time Fairmont had given up 50 points or more. Well, it was 2011, and it was against Bridgeport. 1st and 10. Indians. Ball goes right up the middle, and it's carried inside the 40 down to about the 38 by Love. And there's a flag thrown on the play. After we've got 2 flags on either end of the field. So, see how this one gets unraveled. A flag behind the play, and then a flag downfield ahead of the play.
Multiple flags on the field.
Polar Bears, some of their players are anticipating a penalty against them because they've already gone back all the way to the 20-yard line. Some others are a little more optimistic, standing up at about the 35. See what the referee says. See if we can hear him. So Fairmont hit with 2 personal foul penalties on that play. Both dead ball fouls. So we'll see how the officials unravel this. Looks as though there are going to be 2 penalties assessed. So they'll step off 15 yards, step off another 15. First 15 will be stepped off, then they'll be half the distance to the goal line. Should end up at about the 11 from the 42, from the 37 down to the 22, then half the distance down to the 11. So Fairmont getting a 15 and an 11-yard penalty puts them over 100 yards. First down, 10 for the Indians now at the 11. Snap goes to Josh Love, and Love is right up the middle and right into the end zone for the Bridgeport touchdown. So the penalties didn't help the Polar Bears, but Josh Love might not have needed them as he takes it into the end zone, and Bridgeport scores again and leads it 48-21.
Yeah, it's been the same story all night. It's just they're going downhill with just one cut and going, and there's really not a lot of resistance to them getting stopped.
So the extra point coming up for Williams will go from left to right, just 35 seconds to go. We're in the third quarter, and the Polar Bears now trail 48-21. Ball down on the tee. Kick is up, and the kick is good. There's timeout on the field. 35 seconds left, third quarter. Bridgeport 49, Fairmont Senior 21 on 93.1 WFGM.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
Hoover 45, Hendersonville 0, not the final. And into third, Huntington 31, Parkersburg 6.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Bridgeport has scored and now leads by 4 touchdowns at 49-21. And the Indians will be kicking off from left to right. Johnson and Jones back to return. But there's only been one kickoff returned from Williams kicks. And that was a 92-yard return by Jones earlier in this game. So Williams ready to kick. Heads to Jones and over his head into the end zone for another touchback. So Gavin Williams, that is such a weapon to have. When you have a kid who can kick the ball consistently into the end zone like he does, it changes the game so much. You don't have to worry about a return. You know the other team has to go 80 yards.
Absolutely. When you get in these games like this, when you're facing tougher competition, it's a big asset to have. So hats off to him. He's doing a great job.
So the Polar Bears now ready to go first down and 10 in their own territory at the 20-yard line. 35 seconds left in the quarter. We still have another quarter to go. Here's Whitehair. Handing it off to Johnson. Going right, nothing there. Tries to stop and go the other way, but he's hit and goes down on that play. Very little gain, if any, for Damani Johnson. John Bender in on the tackle for the Indians.
Looks like they might try to get one more off before the end of the quarter.
Game clock at 8 seconds. Second down for the Polar Bears, and Whitehair is back to throw. He's sending one downfield long, and the pass is overthrown. It was intended for Trey Cumberledge, but it actually was a little bit closer to Bridgeport's Jack Spatafor. And that's the end of the third quarter. After 3 from Fairmont, it's Bridgeport 49, the Fairmont Polar Bears 21 on 93.1 WFGM.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
ESPN score update, the world of college football. UConn currently up on Georgia State, 26-13 in the fourth. Yale ahead of Columbia, 10-6, also in the fourth.
Best game of the night, not this one. It's the one between RCB and Elkins. It's 41-40. RCB leading Elkins in the fourth quarter. Third down 10 for the Polar Bears. From their 20, Whitehair to throw. Now chased out of the pocket. He's running to the far side of the field. Gets to the 20. Veers towards the sidelines and gets close to the first down marker at the 30-yard line. And flags thrown on the far side of the field where Whitehair went out of bounds. So we'll see if it will be a personal foul against the Indians. A lot of conversations tonight among the officials. It looks as though Whitehair did get enough for the first down. So unless the penalty's against the Polar Bears, that would be a plus. The referee having a conversation with Brody Whitehair. We'll see what he has to say. Not Brody, the referee, as he comes to the center of the field. Flag down at the 31-yard line. We got the mic on this referee, but so, two penalties, one against Bridgeport, one against Fairmont Senior. So, it is a first down on that run by Whitehair, 13 yards. So, Fairmont will go first down and 10. The Polar Bears got the penalty they wanted against Bridgeport, but then got tacked with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which negated the flag. And it's first down and 10 for the Indians, or for the Polar Bears rather, at their own 33-yard line. 11:49 on the clock. We're just starting the fourth quarter with the Polar Bears trailing 49-21. Whitehair hands it off, and another flag on the play. Defense called for being offsides. 5-yard penalty. Haven't had too many of those 5-yard penalties for a while. And it'll be first down, 5 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Ball comes up to the 38. Two receivers to the near side for the Polar Bears. Second down, or first down and 5 rather, and Whitehair to pass. Pass is caught at the 45-yard line, and it's enough for Polar Bear. First down. Logan Canfield catches the pass. It's a 7-yard pass play and a first down.
Yeah, very well executed. Canfield reads it and sits down in the zone and just executes that play really, really well, both Brody and Logan.
Whitehair's thrown for 185 yards tonight. He's consistently thrown for over 200 against Bridgeport in his career. The ball at the Polar Bear 45, where it's first down and 10. And Brody's back to pass again. Steps up in the pocket, little short pass, and it's incomplete. In the area of Calgar, but Calgar had his back turned to the pass, and it'll be second down and 10.
Across the middle, ball's incomplete.
Clock stopped on that incomplete pass. And it's going to be second down, 10 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Two receivers to the near side. And Whitehair on a design keep. Looks for an opening, gets free, gets out over the 45 up close to the 50, and then is hit hard and brought down near midfield. Helmet came off one of the Indians players, and he'll have to come to the sidelines. That was Noah West. Pickup of 5 for Whitehair, so it's going to be third down and 5 for the Polar Bears. Chris Wilson is the leading rusher for the Polar Bears tonight, 66 yards on 6 carries. Bulk of it coming on 2, though. 3rd and 5, Fairmont at midfield. And Brody back to pass, looking short, and ball's knocked out of his hands, and it's ruled a fumble, and Bridgeport has the ball. Whitehair is hurt on the play, and there's a timeout on the field as Brody is shaken up down on the field at the 40-yard line as he tried to throw that pass, and knocked out of his hands. He goes down, he's hurt, and there's a timeout on the field. 10:18 to go. 4th quarter from Fairmont. The score, Bridgeport 49 and the Polar Bears 21 on 93.1 WFGM.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Right here is up, walking off the field under his own power.
The Polar Bears, Brody Whitehair up and okay. Well, he goes off the field on his own. Looks as if it might be a shoulder issue for him as he goes to the sidelines. Bridgeport with the football at the 49-yard line, where it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Indians with 10:18 on the clock, and Bridgeport leading 49-21. Moses and Love, the running backs for Bridgeport. And here is Love getting the snap, and he's going to be hit and brought down. There's flag on the play. Hunter Bigelow was one of the first ones to hit him. Another flag on the play. Now they say, forget that. So the flag is waved off. So it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 10. They say no gain on the carry. So ball at the 49 in Fairmont territory, where it's 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Jefferson wing back to the left side now. And here's Moses getting the snap. Moses breaks a tackle at midfield. Down the sidelines inside the 30. He's hit at the 25 and goes down inside the 15-yard line. And it is another big run for Alex Moses and the Indians from the 49 all the way down to about the 12-yard line. .188 rushing yards tonight for Moses. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 12. Bridgeport 49, Fairmont 21. Josh Love comes into the lineup as a running back alongside Moses. Out of this wing T. The wing T is not some new wrinkle that Bridgeport's come up with. It's like one of the oldest formations known to man. It'll be first down and 10 from the 12, and there's Josh Love, but this time he's hit, and he's going down. Tristan Ramsey appeared to be one of the first ones to hit him and brought him down for no gain on the play, and it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, you can see what it looks like when we play it right. I mean, that is pretty well executed. You see there's not a lot of space when you look at the replay. There's just so much difference when you squeeze you squeeze that trap play. That's the way they played it on that last one.
It'll be second down, 10 yards to go. Moses has been the one that's been hard for the Polar Bears to control tonight. And Moses gets the snap. He cuts it back. He's inside the 10, down to the 5, and close to the 4-yard line. Moses is going to get about 8 yards on that play. And it'll bring up a third down for the Indians. Third down and a couple.
Gain of 8, third and 2.
Game clock down to 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Bridgeport on the verge of becoming the first team to score 50 against the Polar Bears since they did it 13 years ago. They're down 2 yards to go. They can get a first down without a touchdown. And there's the toss coming back to Moses off the right side, and he gets down to the goal line and into the end zone for the Bridgeport touchdown. A 4-yard run for Alex Moses, and Bridgeport leads it 55-21.
Number 12, Moses, with touchdown to Bridgeport.
So the Indians now have made it 55-21. And Williams ready to attempt the extra point from right to left. 7:43 on the clock after that touchdown. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Williams remains perfect, and there's timeout on the field. 7:43 to go. Fourth quarter, Bridgeport 56, Fairmont Senior 21 on 93.1 WFJM.
Disasters happen. Pick the team that takes care of them all. Powered by offices in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration is ready to handle any size emergency at a moment's notice. We have the right people, knowledge, and equipment to respond 24 hours a day.
I'm Neil Brown. When disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
You know, the Polar Bears gave up 48 points last season in the state championship game, but they won that one 49-48. Bridgeport scored 70 points last season in its final postseason game and lost 73-70. Crazy things sometimes with these scores. Here tonight, well, the Polar Bears trail 56-21, and Bridgeport ready to kick off with just 7:43 on the clock. See if Williams puts it in the end zone another time. And he does. Nope, it's going to be hit at the 5. And Jones brings it up, and now there's a flag on the play. Stop the play. So there's a flag on the play. And there's an injured Bridgeport player. Penalty is going to be called against the Polar Bears. At least that would seem to be the situation, as Bridgeport's got a player injured. And they're tending to him, and the officials are having a conference. I think I know what happened on the play, but I'm not 100% sure, and I can't see the replay as well as everybody else can. I'm not going to speculate. We'll just let the officials call it. So the Bridgeport player is being helped to the sidelines, and he's being carried to the sidelines. That's Jared Rhodes, a sophomore. Taryn Boda of the Polar Bears has been ejected. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Boda. And he has been ejected from the game, and this is the second time this season that's happened to him. So now we have to unravel what the officials are doing here, because they blew the play dead in the midst of a kickoff return. Yvonne Jones was returning the ball, and the officials blew the play dead. So I don't know. I have never seen that happen before. They're having a conversation now down on the field. Referee coming over to talk with Tyler Ferris, the Bridgeport coach. 7:20 to go in the game, and this has turned ugly here in the fourth quarter. Wait to see if the referee will inform us of exactly what they are doing now. Well, it looks like they're going to kick off again. But they're going to assess the penalties on the kickoff. So the penalties assessed from the 40, and they're going to be kicking off from the Fairmont 35-yard line. So the ball is going to be set down at the 35. Bridgeport will kick off from there with 7:28 to go, and Bridgeport leading 56-21. So it's going to be Gavin Williams kicking again. And Williams will just kick it as hard as he can, and it goes into the parking lot, and the Polar Bears will get it at the 20 with 7:17 to go. So the Polar Bears will have the football. The outcome of this game has been decided a long time ago. It's just some of the ugly stuff that happened on that last play that kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Polar Bears trail 56-21 and getting back-to-back penalties and an ejection on an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And now Fairmont has it, 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line. Logan Canfield in at quarterback for the Polar Bears. So, Canfield's played at this position before. He's played a couple snaps in varsity games this season. Hands it off. Carried right up the middle by Chris Wilson. Wilson grabbed by the shoulder pads and gets it up to about the 30-yard line. Now more flags are thrown at the conclusion of the play. So the ball now out at the 30-yard line. Penalty pending on the play. It looked like Trevor Bigelow may be going to get called for a late hit, late block on that play. So you have two penalty flags. Face mask called against Bridgeport. 15-yard penalty. And then at the end of the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul, not unsportsmanlike, personal foul called against the Polar Bears. That's a 15-yard penalty. So you have a first down for Fairmont after that gain for Wilson. And he'll get 10 yards, and the Polar Bears will go first down and 10. Ball now at the 30. 6:38 turning clock. Fourth quarter, Bridgeport leading big, 56-21. Dinger goes in motion. Dinger gets the ball off the left side, gets out over the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, down the sidelines inside the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. Hits a Polar Bear touchdown. Cannon Dinger scores 70 yards out, and the Polar Bears trail 56-28.
Really good vision by Dinger on that play. Started off to the left and then cut back to the right, and just showed tremendous speed.
Extra point coming for Fairmont Senior now after that 70-yard touchdown. Canfield holding. Ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. Timeout on the field with 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Bridgeport 56, Fairmont Senior 28 on 93.1 WFGM.
Coming soon, the future of air travel right here at the North Central West Virginia Airport. Step inside our state-of-the-art terminal where modern design meets unparalleled convenience. Experience seamless check-ins, intuitive digital displays, and all the amenities you need for a comfortable journey. Discover innovative design at every turn at the new North Central West Virginia Airport, coming in 2025.
Cannon Digger has 3 touchdowns for the Polar Bears tonight. That's the good news. The bad news is Fairmont still 4 touchdowns behind. It's 56-28. Bridgeport on top, and the Indians will get the ball with 6:15 to go here in the game. That was a 70-yard touchdown for Cannon Dinger. And the Polar Bears ready to kick off. Cam Peschel ready to do the kicking. End over end, and it backs up the returner back inside the 10-yard line, and it's carried out over the 15 up to about the 18-yard line. Looks like Graham Vincent on the return for the Indians. And the ball comes out close to the 20, and that's where the Indians will go first down and 10. Next week, it's the East-West game here at the stadium. Fairmont is the home team. Next Friday night, that'll be a 7 o'clock game. We'll be on the air at 6:40. So come on out and watch the Polar Bears and the Bees. For Bridgeport, they'll close out their regular season at home against Lincoln. First down 10 Indians at the 19-yard line. New faces in the lineup for both teams now. And we have a flag on the play for Polar Bears. Had too many players on the field. Substitution infraction, 5-yard penalty. Takes it up to the 24. Second time that's happened to the Polar Bears tonight. Actually, what that really means is too many guys on the field at once. First down 5 Indians. Ball at the 24. Brandon Gillum and Graham Vincent are the backs now, awaiting the snap out of this single wing. The wing back is Knight. Snap goes to Vincent. Vincent off the right side is hit, and he's going down behind the line of scrimmage. Polar Bears, that one played well by Bigelow, Parker Bigelow. And it's going to be second down and 6, a loss of 1.
Yeah, Jeff, that was very well played by him. And just the way you feel way you feel from the linebacker position.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Cooper Keener in the front line for the Polar Bears. Polar Bear defense. And there's the counter play. It comes to the wing back, and the football's taken up to about the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down. Gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Ball carried for first down.
So it'll be a first down for the Indians and first down and 10 on that 7-yard gain. And it's going to be marked right over the 30-yard line as Bridgeport moving from right to left, winding this game down. Eli Knight, 7-yard gain. Now the Indians are looking at a first down and 10 at the 30, milking the play clock. Vincent and Gillum are the running backs. And Gillum gets it, runs right up the middle, and he takes it out over the 35, up close to the 40-yard line, close to the first down marker. They set the ball down, and it is a first down for Bridgeport on a 10-yard gain for Gillum.
Enough for a first down.
So we're down to 3 minutes to go now in a 56-28 game. This game had a lot of hype. It just didn't live up to it. The first 5 minutes, really good. Both teams score, but after that, it became a one-sided Bridgeport game.
Yeah, you got to give Bridgeport credit tonight. I mean, they came out and they played a very good game tonight.
Certainly did. First down and 10, and there's the counter. And it's coming this way. Knight carries the ball up to about the 45-yard line hit and brought down there. He'll get about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Sean Belcher's carry. Gain of about 5.75.
Now the officials blow the whistle, stop the clock. Now they start it again. From the 45-yard line, 2nd down. 2nd down for the Indians. Then about 5 yards to go. There's a keeper for Gillum. Up the middle, and he'll take it up to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Number 15, Nick Janap's carry. Brought down to 2.
Play clock ticks down to 15 seconds to go. The Indians using all of it now. Nobody wants to stop the clock now, that's for sure. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. And there's Gillum carrying the football to midfield and to the 49. It'll be a 1st down, 3-yard gain, and we're getting near the end of this one now. 1st down, 10 Indians. 50 seconds to go in the game. Bridgeport will go to 9-0. The Polar Bears will drop to 8-1. And the Indians now will take a knee on this final play. Graham Vincent goes down at the 47-yard line, and this game will end. So in evidence of the hard feelings between these two teams, the traditional line that you go through at the end did not happen. Bridgeport went right to the locker room, and the Polar Bears follow them to the locker room as well. It's a final from East West Stadium in Fairmont. The Bridgeport Indians 56 and the Fairmont Polar Bears 28. We'll have the wrap-up coming up next on 93.1 WFGM.
I'm preparing to save lives
I'm making a difference. I am learning from the best
in state-of-the-art facilities. I'm a nursing student
at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
With skilled nurses needed more than ever, West Virginia Wesleyan wants to help you launch your own in-demand career. You'll benefit from a recent $500,000 upgrade to our nursing labs. Learn from expert faculty and be considered for generous scholarships. Become a nurse. Start your journey at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
It's our 21st anniversary here at Dan Cava Toyota World. Check out our all-wheel drive hybrid sedans with interest rates as low as 4.5%. Shop the 3 C's, Camrys, Corollas, and Crowns. We have a large selection of Tundras, starting as low as $49,000 and up to $7,000 off. We want to thank you for being a part of our family for 21 years. Come celebrate with us at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
My name is Micah Daniels from Huntington, West Virginia. I'm at Bridge Valley and I'm working on earning an associate's degree in manufacturing. Jumpstart is a career savings program for skilled workers. You know, with blue collar work, you always need money for tools. So with that Jumpstart program, I can rest easy. New sets of tools need to be bought. I'm good.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses. Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
They're going to be physical. They're going to be physical for 4 quarters. And, tonight we just did not match that physicality for all 4 quarters. And, that's kind of reflective in the score of the game.
So the Polar Bears started out well. They took the opening kickoff and with the help of 3 Bridgeport penalties, managed to get from the 20 down to the end zone. A couple of pass plays to Brock Martin. Martin caught a 31-yard pass. It's 7-0 Fairmont. First 2 offensive plays for Bridgeport. Nets just 3 yards. Okay. So you think, okay, you got Bridgeport in a 3rd and 7. You like to have Bridgeport in 3rd and long. Yeah. But they came up with that big pass play, and they showed the ability to have enough of a diversification of their offense where you couldn't just expect them to run the ball all the time.
Yeah, and years past, Jeff, that would probably be correct. But, you see that they are capable. Not that they're going to do it a lot, but, it just shows that it's another tool that they have in their toolbox. I mean, they can throw it when they need to. But, obviously they didn't have to do that a lot tonight. But when they did, they were able to do it.
So the Polar Bears fall in a big way tonight at home against Bridgeport, losing by a final score of 56-28. And when we come back, we'll wrap things up from the stadium. The final score again, the Bridgeport Indians 56 and the Fairmont Polar Bears 28.
With the right support and care, a seed can grow into a resilient plant. Recovery takes patience, intention, and a willingness to listen. Every path is different, and every story of substance use is an opportunity for transformation. When it comes to growing and restoring our communities, we need everyone to break through addiction. Learn more at backtolifewv.org.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Every day a connected future takes shape, and every day we're there, meeting the challenge, driving innovation, and leveraging technology to build a safer, stronger, and better connected West Virginia. From pioneering fiber networks that connect us today to cybersecurity solutions that secure tomorrow, our mission is simple: serving our neighbors, businesses, communities, and future. Every day we're dedicated to keeping West Virginia connected, secure, and ready for what's next.
So then we're able to bounce back. Bridgeport did have a player that was hurt, Jared Rhodes, who had to be wheeled off the field late in the game. That was one of the dark moments of this game tonight. So certainly this one you just like to forget about. And the thing about this one is this is a matchup that very likely will happen again in the postseason.
Yeah, very likely. I mean, their paths are going to probably meet again at some point. You would have to think that that's very likely. So, that's the thing. They're going to have to learn from this. They're going to have to put it behind them. But, this is something that, happens in football. I mean, you're going to have nights like this sometimes, but they're going to have to bounce back from it. It's the adversity. I mean, you got to learn how to deal with that too. And they've had a lot of success. And so when this happens, you got to learn how to react to it.
So Bridgeport now leads the all-time series 35-14, and the Indians remain undefeated. Bridgeport is now 9-0. Fairmont loses its first game of the season. The Polar Bears drop to 8-1. Next time out, Bridgeport plays at home against Lincoln. And for the Polar Bears, it's the annual East-West game here. next Friday night at 7 o'clock. So that's going to wrap things up tonight from East West Stadium in Fairmont, where the news is not so good for Polar Bear fans. I'm Jeff Carpenter along with Ray Frazier. Goodbye for now. Final score again tonight. The Bridgeport Indians 56 and the Fairmont Polar Bears 28 on 93.1 WFGM.